In a world where borders fade away, where hearts unite and colors sway, we'll break the chains of greed and strife, embrace the dawn of a new life. No more walls dividing lands, no more clenched fists, no iron hands. We'll build bridges made of love, guided by the stars above. Symphony of hope that rings from every corner, every shore. We're right together forevermore. In this ground without corruption stain, where kindness blooms like gentle rain. We'll sow compassion, reap respect, and then the fractures we neglect. No more wars fueled by greed, no more hunger left to feed. We'll plant seeds of empathy, watch them grow into unity. Harmony by the stars above, find a smile across miles. Harmony above, all the things, infamy above, forevermore. Let the currency be kindness, let gold or silver's cold caress. Our wealth measured in shared smiles across cultures, across miles. Harmony unbound, our anthem sings a symphony of hope that rings from every corner, every shore. We'll rise together forevermore. So let's tear down the walls that bind and leave the past mistakes behind. In this world without division, strife, we'll dance as one, embracing life. Forevermore, forevermore, forevermore. In this realm without corruption, sing will find us blooms like gentle rain. We'll sow compassion, reap respect, and then the factions we neglect. Don't let the currency be kindness, not gold or silver's cold caress. Our wealth measured in shared smiles across cultures, across miles, across miles. Forevermore, let the currency be kindness, gold or silver's cold caress.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to another live. Peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah or something. Assalamu alaikum, Miss K. How are you, inshallah, everyone? Did you get a new microphone? No, actually, it's the same microphone, but I don't know. Is the sound bad? I don't know if the sound coming from the microphone. And I don't have time now to check it. But if the sound is bad, then I have to check to see if I can fix it. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam and peace be with you too, brother. How are you,
Peace be
brother?
with you. Alhamdulillah, I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, is this my audio is bad or how is it?
It's very good for me, brother. Yes,
Okay.
it's very loud and very
All right.
clear.
Let me see. Miss K says, I can hear you clearly, but you kind of sound like talking from behind a wall. All right. I don't know actually. I will try when I get time. All right, maybe I don't get time to check it out, but because I don't know if the microphone is connected or not. I
I
hope you hear
see.
me anyway. Yes, I hope
Yes,
you hear me
very well.
well. Yes, very good. So, how's everything?
Yes, all praises be to Allah. Alhamdulillah, it's so very good. And I
Uh,
was talking to MK. I'm sure you remember
Who's that,
him.
by the way? This MK, because I don't
Yes,
remember. MK, what is that?
yes. It was he joined a few times, but you blocked him because he was cursing you once. He said something in Arabic. He was cursing you, and
Uh-huh.
he wouldn't answer your questions
Okay.
sometimes, and he would
Okay.
keep saying Karajites, Karajites. These guys are Karajites. When
All right.
he
Okay.
I
No,
says
I blocked. I
Karajites.
blocked. Yeah, I must. If I blocked him, must have been
Yes,
because of cursing.
yes. It was back in November,
All
and
right.
he
Okay. I
was
don't know.
yes, he. I asked him if he could join because I have his. I don't know if he will join. Yes, but it would be interesting
No, but if
because I
yeah,
asked him.
if he's if he's cursing and he's uneducated, like the guy. I mean, last week when people think, some people who think that black dogs are devil, okay, then it is kind of useless to talk even to such a people that are so ignorant, okay. And the guy
"Mm,
asked me to
and
prove, I have to prove that black dogs are not devils. It's like you say pigs fly, and then I have to prove you that they don't fly, okay. It is
mm,
strange. You have to prove me that they fly, not I have to prove you that they don't fly. Do you
mm,
understand?
and right, and they don't have the right knowledge because he
Mm.
said as soon as you confronted him, he said, "Well, I can go ask my scholar."
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, they just blindly follow scholars without any, knowledge. Okay. I mean, what is the description of devil? Okay. I can prove that these two guys last week, they are devils. How? Because devil fool people. Devil mislead people. Am I right or not?
Yes.
Yes. So when these people fool people, lie, mislead people, that's a description of devil. Okay, that I
Mm,
have a criteria to go and say that you are devil. But black dogs, they don't, you know, wait, Miss Case, but black dogs, they don't fool anybody. Okay, how can you say they are devils without even, having the minimum proof and fact that they fool people? They cannot even talk to people. Okay, so, I mean, let me see with Miss Casey. You can prove pigs fly, but you can't prove dogs are not devils because we don't even know what a devil is. I explained, okay? Perhaps you wrote it before, okay? I explained what is devil according the scripture, okay? Which of course I have another interpretation of that, but even according to scripture, devil is the one who fool people. It doesn't fool lizards like a stupid hadith says. It doesn't fool pigs or others. It fools only people because the devil in the Quran is the one who's going to stray people from God's path. Okay, so that's the yes, that's the criteria of the devil. Yes,
mm.
the description.
Yes, and
Speaking of the devil. Okay, yeah.
true. Yes, it's true. And I believe that also Dr. Shabarali has some good videos because he explains it very well. He has a very nice approach, in my opinion. And I
Yeah,
asked
yeah,
this
I know,
MK, yes,
I
and
know.
I
He
asked
has some
this,
good, and they
right,
and they
that's right.
these yeah these extremists they even say, I mean, they are against him or who the hell is he? Anybody who goes against them
Yes.
is you know,
Yes,
is not.
yes, exactly. I asked MK and he told me, don't listen to Shabur Ali.
Yeah, because it, you know, it is against their backward ideology, you know.
Hmm. Yes, because he's very reasonable and they don't like him for some reason. They made videos against him,
Mhm. Yeah.
refuting him, but I don't believe that those are refutations because they take clips out of context and they
Mhm.
just make a video trying to, you know, instead of just talking to him, just call him and have a debate. But they're too they can't do that because
No, no.
they're scared. They know that he
I mean,
has a lot of
even,
knowledge and
yeah, but the
yes.
thing is that even Dr. Shabr Ali hasn't gone 100% against them. Okay, if he goes 100% against them, then he will be takfir, you know, kafir, and so on. So Dr.
That's right.
Shabir, yeah, Dr. Shabir is a little bit moderate. Okay, he trying to
Exactly.
not to be so critical to these Islamists, so-called, you know, these extremists. So he's a little bit more careful. But I'm not like that. Yeah, I go directly against them, and then, you know, because I don't know, maybe Dr. Shabir Ali is has some followers that he want to keep, but all I care about is the truth. Okay.
Yes, of course, the truth. Yes, that's what we want to look for.
Yeah.
But these people, they it's
Hmm.
like if you confront them, they don't like it because I've
Hmm.
seen the brothers. They could have at least given you some time, such as
Hmm.
Brother Hamza, and he just removed you right away. He said, "I don't do any Muslims," but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he could have at least given you a chance
I
because
don't know
you
why they don't.
presented.
I mean, you see that they don't want to because it is like a business for them because they know that they might fall. You know, they might uh, get exposed. I can say, yeah. They either have to
Exactly.
accept the truth, which is you know, bad for their reputation among these extremists, or they have to, you know, they have to somehow answer which they cannot answer, like these guys last time, like that Muhammad Ali, the Muslim lanter, that he blocked
Mm-hmm.
me
Oh
because
yes.
he was saying, he was talking trash that, oh, we give you between 3 days to over 20 days. And even I was telling him, what? I took me 10. No, I didn't say over 20 days. You know, it was clearly, he was saying 3 days. Okay, what will happen to me if it takes 10 years? What am I going to do in these 10 years? Am I going to be in jail? Am I going, because he said that
Mm.
we have to talk to you. Yeah, the scholars will, okay, one scholar is going to meet me every day or every week, talk to me within these 10 years. Where? He's
Mm.
coming to my home, or I have to go to his home and he explained for me. I
Oh
mean,
yes, I never heard that one
I
before.
mean,
I knew
yeah,
about the 3 days, but 10 years, yes,
yeah, yeah.
I didn't
No, no.
know.
He said in reality 3 days up to over 20 days. Okay, over 20 days means it doesn't mean 10 years. Okay, because in that case he would say 3 days or, yeah, not 3 days at all. Okay, as long as it take. They should say as long as it take. When they say 3 days up to over 20 days, means that a little bit over 20 days, like, you know, less than 30 days. Okay, you
I
understand?
see.
Yeah, less than
Yes.
30 days. Otherwise they would say over 30 days because it's less than 30 days, so they say over 20 days.
Oh, I
Understand?
see. Yes, I
So
see.
this is, yeah, language. I always say language is information. Okay,
Yes, it is.
you have to understand what you're talking about, because I get an information when you say over 20 days, the information to me is over 20 days. Okay, before less than 30 days, and you tell me no, it depends on, it is individual, because he heard that it took me 10 years. Yeah, because he heard, he realized
Yes.
that he cannot say okay over 20. And then there was this You know, he was such a liar, because I have a video. I can play it. I can find it and play it from
Yes.
this Sheikh Haytham in
Oh yes.
yeah, in London.
Oh
There
yes.
was
Oh yes.
you saw that
I
interview. There was a
yes. Yes. Yes.
there was
He's
a guy.
very. He talks in such a way. He scares people away. He's
Yeah, no,
so
no. The thing is that
scary.
yeah. The thing is that this Sheikh Haytham, it was a journalist was asking him. His name was James. Yeah, what will happen to me if I become Muslim and then leave? Sheikh Shaitan. Sheikh Shaitan. Yeah, Sheikh Haytham al ISIS. Okay. Anyway, yeah, this guy was saying also, oh, no, you don't understand. If I explain for you now, you don't understand. Become a Muslim, and then you said, come on, you have to tell me. I cannot enter something that I don't know. What will happen to me? No, you will understand. I have to find it. Okay. I'm playing.
Yes, please.
Just, let me find it. Oh my God. Sorry. I have to find because this.
Yes, but he was talking. The sheikh is not. How could I say? He's very scary. He was siding with Taliban and all these Karajites. I don't
Yeah.
know why he's doing this.
Because they are
He scares
extremists, you know. Because they are,
exactly.
because they are extremists. Let me see. Yeah, these are. I have to find it. It was a long time ago. I had a debate with him. You know, I should
Yes.
fool him. You know, because they all were running away. I should fool him to bring him to a debate. Okay.
Yes, that would be good.
Yeah, I did it.
Full of
Yeah, because
whales.
yes, I did it. I told him that we are a group of you know, new Muslims. We want to ask you questions. Yes,
Exactly.
and then he accepted Sheikh Haytham. Yes, here. Okay. Let me now share it. Okay. Where is this share? Extra camera image share screen. Okay. Let me see. Question share. Okay. Do you see it now?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. I hope that you hear it too. Let me close this one so far. Okay. Let me see. Where was it? Here. No. Oh yeah, here. Which goes against the Quranic verse of no compulsion in religion is a minor issue for Sheikh Haytham.
Okay, they are not the essence of Islam.
By the way, do you hear good
Yes,
or
very well. Yes, very good.
okay?
No, but I think they are the essence of what causes so much fears and mistrust with so many people. If I were to convert or to embrace Islam,
Yeah.
what would happen the day that I say, you know, I've changed my mind, I want to leave Islam again?
See, this is a very, very hypothetical question because
Excuse me. Do you hear?
Yes,
Excuse me.
hypothetical.
This is a direct question, and you running away, you liar.
Yes,
This
yes,
is devil. That I
be
say, the
yes,
seaweed, you know.
yes, be proud of your beliefs.
Yeah, be proud. Yeah,
Yes,
stop
stop running
lying.
away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let me see.
if you accept Islam wholeheartedly, it is very, very, very unlikely that you will just come at one point and say, well, I changed my mind.
It's hypothetical, but it's a clear question.
Oh my God. He is a scholar and he cannot answer a simple question. And he wants that John convert to Islam without knowing that what will happen to him if he want to leave. He's clearly ashamed to admit that he believed in killing apostates.
Yeah, but a clear question, it doesn't mean that it does exist. Young, accept Islam, enjoy the Islam, and once you want to leave it, we will discuss it. Yeah.
Once you want to leave, then we will discuss it, and the discussion is that we behead you. You know,
Yes.
That's like taking a big chance.
Spot me. They do this and yeah.
But what
Yeah.
is it so hard to answer?
Not so hard, but it is so hard for you to understand it.
But what's
is
the
it
answer?
so hard to understand that you will kill somebody? Yeah, is it so hard to understand that
He
if
doesn't
somebody,
want to say it.
yeah, if you join the mafia, okay, and then you want to leave, you get killed. That's very simple. Okay, so you want to say, unfortunately, you make Islam as a mafia group that you join, then you want to leave, you get killed.
Sir,
Yeah, it is hard for you to understand it. It is hard for the viewers to understand it.
So it is so hard to understand that the rule is to get killed. Is it so hard to understand for John or for anybody else? Of course, it's not so hard to understand. What is so hard to understand? That you kill me if I want to leave Islam? That Sheikh explained that Quran itself says that you can go out how many times you want.
Actually, I'm talking about this sheikh, you know, this one.
People should be forced to accept a belief against their will. Just a few examples of that. Allah said in Surah Al-Kahf, وَقُلِ الْحَقُّ مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ مَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيُؤْمِنْ وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. Say, it is the truth from your Lord. So whoever wills, let him believe. And whoever wills, let him reject belief. This is not an open endorsement of disbelief. There's consequences. If you believe, you'll enter paradise. If you disbelieve, you'll be plunged into hellfire. But it's a matter of choice. And in Surah Yunus, Allah said,
So it is a matter of choice, and that's decided by God. Hello, Keegan. Salam Amashi. Keegan. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to, we heard that Sheikh, you know, I think it was enough to show that he was such a deceiver, a liar. Okay. Keegan, how are you?
I'm good, Muji. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Just, kind of
Anything,
woke up an hour and a half
anything?
ago.
Sorry?
I kind of woke up like an hour and a half ago. So
Oh, yeah. Okay. What time is there?
it is, the exact time is 11:24.
11:24. All right. Okay. And here is now kind of 6:30 in the evening. And our hourglass for you, what time is there?
Yes, it's still early too.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Where's all
Alright.
the
And Brother Muji,
Yes.
Aladdin.
Yeah, where's all the dean at?
Okay. You know, Aladdin, I'm absolutely, absolutely not keen on talking to him because he is, you know, he has a strategy to talk over you all the time, not letting you speak. These people, they have a, strategy. I remember that Tony, what was his name? Hourglass, you remember that converted guy?
Yes.
What was his name? Tony? Anyway,
Yes,
he was also, I forgot his name, but he also was the same, just talking over you, don't letting you talking, like this Aladdin doesn't allow, and take over, and you ask him a question, he just go on and talking about something else. Yeah. And then you remember last week when Hourglass said, talk to him about the stoning, he ran away right away, and he came back before we, finished
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stream.
Well, what's interesting is like Aladdin, he likes to attack, but I mean, he's blatantly ran away from arguments that I've made as well.
Mhm.
Like if someone claims to be not knowledgeable and doesn't want to hear the argument, fine. And you don't have to hear the argument because you can respond. You're not knowledgeable enough. Fair game.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
But,
but he think that he's very knowledgeable. Okay,
yeah,
then yes, and we don't understand. But the thing is that I don't know. I mean that they are just blind. Okay, just they are blind, unfortunately. You know.
Mm.
And it's not
The
only,
Quran.
of course, it's not only in Islam. There are many, many people in many, many other religions that are absolutely blind. They just follow,
yeah, of
without
course.
without thinking, unfortunately. Kigan, anything
Yes.
else? Anything you want
Deaf,
to?
dumb, and blind.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to talk about the Trinity versus Tawheed.
Oh, please, no, please.
Okay, no.
Anything
Hourglass,
but
wait,
that.
wait. Hourglass, wait. Hourglass. But Kigan, you know that I don't debate.
Okay,
Trinity.
okay. So
Yes.
okay, we can switch off. Can we talk about something that we've kind of talked about before? It's how the Quran kind of affirms, the Bible's preservation.
We've
I
been
just
through that.
also
We've been
wait,
down that
Hourglass.
rodeo before
Wait,
several
Hourglass.
times.
Yeah, Hourglass, wait. Okay. Yes, and I have said it, Keegan. Okay, and I've said that, of course, Quran confirm any revelation, any commands that has been sent down to, previous prophets. Okay, but and my problem is with those that have not been sent down from God, and I have given my example. Okay, and I think it's very clear. Those brutal commands that
What's
analyze
the example? What's
sorry?
like you said you agree, you disagree?
Like I have said, like I have said, yes, the stoning adulterers. Okay, these
No,
are not.
Muji, the God of the Quran thinks the punishment is death for sin, but he forgives you.
Wait, once again, the God of Quran said what?
The God of the Quran, I guess to the standard Islamic narrative, the punishment for sin is death. Except in the Quran, right? If you sincerely repent, he forgives you. That's the standard.
All right, no, wait. No, wait.
Yeah. I mean, literally,
Okay,
there are
no,
hadith
Keegan.
books of no. There's a hadith book of a man.
No, wait, Kigan, wait. Please, step by step. You're talking about the Quran, okay?
Okay.
Is the punishment for which crime is death? Can you tell me?
Which Quran is that? Like what?
No, which crime? I said the punishment of which crime is death in the Quran.
Hold on. Apostasy.
In the Quran.
In the-
Hourglass, you don't need
Hold
to unmute yourself. You stay
Okay, one
muted,
second.
okay? I'm answering. So in the Quran, which right now, before you joined, I was showing, okay? And there was a sheikh also. Yeah, there are two sheikhs. One was a radical sheikh who was ashamed to say that the punishment of apostasy is death, okay? And there was another sheikh that was saying, according to the Quran, there is no compulsion in religion, and there is no apostasy law in the Quran, okay? And if you want, I can put for you the video. You can watch it, okay? So in the Quran, there is no any apostasy law.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
Quran-
well,
yeah,
sort of 4 verse 89. It says it commands Muslims to kill disbelievers under
no.
specific circumstances.
Okay, listen.
Like
Keegan.
if a community refuses to submit to Allah, right?
Okay.
The Muslims, they can wage war and they can go kill those.
Okay,
disbelievers.
can you? Okay, wait. Let me bring it up. Okay.
Sure.
Islam. We can.
By the way, while you're bringing it up, I just want to mention you hear all the time.
No. I want to bring it up so that I show you. Okay. So
No.
let's see.
I know. Just while you're bringing it up, like there's tons of Muslims who go around preaching once the Muslims have a majority, they have no
Okay,
choice.
they are a bunch of idiots. Okay, so which chapter you said? Yeah, which chapter?
Chapter 4, verse 89.
Chapter 4, verse 89. Okay, let me see.
And then it's I can give you another verse after that.
Okay, wait. We go one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like
all right.
they're taking them out of context.
No, wait. Hourglass, wait. I will.
I said the
yeah.
context. If they refuse to
It is-
submit, then they
Wait,
fight back.
No, wait. Share screen. Okay, let's go to yeah, okay. All right, I hope you see. They would love to see you deny the truth. Okay, let's see. In Arabic, takafaru. Okay, to commit kufr. All right, and kufr we have gone through. It is not deny the truth. It is not disbelieve as they put. Okay, I have said it. Kafaru is those who commit not minor bad deeds, major bad deeds. Okay, so they want you to they love to see you to do bad deeds. Okay, major bad deeds, not even minor bad deeds. Okay, as they have denied it. Okay, as it is not denied, it is also as they have commit kufr themselves. Okay, it is in Arabic here kafaru. Okay, as they have committed kufr themselves. Okay, so you will all be the same. Do not take them as allies. Okay, this is not ally either. Here is awliya. Okay, awliya is God is our awliya. All right, awliya is guardians, someone who guide us. Okay, my parents are my awliya as well. Okay, when I was going to school and they wanted to talk to my parents, they would say, "Bring your awliya." Okay, so this is not friend. Allies or anything, it is guardians. Okay, until they migrate for God's cause. But if they turn on you, okay, attack you with open hostility, then seize them and kill them wherever you may find them. Do not take any of them as your guardians or supporters. Okay,
Exactly.
Okay, look.
So they sinned against you, Muji. They sinned against you, and the punishment for that is death. God tells you to kill them.
No. Listen. It says, but if wait. Keep going. It says, but if they turn on you, okay, what does it mean? If they attack you, all right.
Yeah. Your God,
So,
okay. Your God is wanting to coexist, and he's trying to preach. I don't know. Are you taking the universalist approach to this?
No,
but
my dear brother, okay, if somebody attack me, okay, do I have the right to defend myself or not?
You have the right to defend yourself, but it's literally correct.
Okay, so it is Quran is now. Wait, I have to show you this one before, my brother. Before you read the Quran, okay?
You do realize, Muji, that they go back and attack them continuously until they're like
who?
Like in the hadith books, brother. This is the standard.
Again, you went to listen. You went again to the hadith. Let's stick to the Quran. Okay. So look at here. This is chapter 3, verse 7. Before you read the Quran, you have to read this verse because this is the author of the book tells you who can read the Quran, what is contained the Quran, how which verses are in the Quran. Say it is He who revealed this book to you, O Muhammad. Actually, it is in bracket should be. Some of its verses are firmly constructed. Okay, they are clear. They are the book's core foundation. Okay, so these clear verses are the foundation of the book. Others are ambiguous. Those with stubborn hearts follow the ambiguous verses. Okay, so those whose heart is stubborn, they don't follow the clear one. Okay, they follow, which is the foundation. They follow unspecific one. Okay, ambiguous one, desiring to create confusion and their interpretation. So they bring their own interpretation to create confusion, while absolutely no one but God knows their exact interpretation. This dot is wrong, okay? Because it says, but no one knows the true translation should be this. But no one knows the true their interpretation except God and those grounded in knowledge. And they say, we believe in it. All of it is from our Lord. Okay. So Keegan, I am, okay, let's say I am one of those firm in knowledge. Okay. First of all, if only God understands them, then why I am distinguished as a firm in knowledge, why I am distinguished from those who are not knowledgeable. So why it doesn't say all people say, why it says those firm in knowledge? Because those firm in knowledge understand the true interpretation of them as well. How they understand, they put them beside each other, especially they put the unspecific verses beside the precise verses because the precise verses are the foundation. So if my interpretation goes against the precise verses, then my interpretation is wrong. When chapter 60 verse 8, which is clear, says, Allah does not forbid you from those who do not fight you and expel you from your homes, from being righteous toward them and act justly. Allah loves the doers of good. That's a precise verse. So if my interpretation goes against this precise verse, then my interpretation is wrong, which my interpretation is that I have the right to defend myself. I don't have right to attack you because Allah does not forbid me from those who do not attack me and expel me from my home because of my religion. I have to be righteous towards you as I have been, yeah? Okay?
Yeah, okay. So I'll trust your word on this, Muji. If the
Yeah, so
argument, seriously, I'll trust you.
yes, no, I have to say that. I have to say that this belief is ridiculous. I have explained this. I have a video on that. Okay, there is no believer or disbeliever in the Quran. It is not about believer. Chapter 49, verse 13. Oh mankind. Okay, so if God wanted to talk to Muslims, would say, "Oh Muslims," like it's a "Ya al Muslimun" in Arabic. It says many places, "Ya al Mu'minun," oh faithful people. But here it says in chapter 49, verse 13, say, "Oh mankind." It is entire planet, you and everyone else. It says, "Oh mankind, the best of you in the sight of Allah is the one with the most sacrifice." As we see in chapter 3, verse 113, 14, and 15, and many other verses, Keegan, it says, they are not all the same. Of the people of the book are a person that stand for the right. So it is not about belief and disbelief, okay? It's about your action. What you do, okay? If you do good deeds, no matter what you believe in, Allah says, what is it? In Qiyamah, we scale your good and bad deeds. Your good deeds heavier, you will go to heaven. Your bad deeds are heavier, you go to hell, okay? It doesn't matter what. And then there is a verse also says that when the kuffar, okay, when they see the fire, they say, send us back so that we do good deeds. They don't say send us back so that we believe. Okay? They want to come back so that they do good deeds and go to heaven. So there are many, many things in the Quran that prove that there is no compulsion in religion. Let me remove this one so far. Okay? There is no compulsion in religion. And we have no right to fight you because of your belief or disbelief. Okay? And that's the last option, Keegan. Fighting is the last option, as Prophet Muhammad ran away. He didn't want to fight. And finally, when they were forced, the command came down, Keegan. I mean, this is not correct because people take one verse of the Quran and say, oh, okay, here it says, but the Quran said, when the command came to Prophet Muhammad, said, fight those who fight you and fight as long as they fight. But when they stop fighting, you stop fighting too, because Allah does not like those who transgress. Is that clear or it is unclear?
Yeah, according to the Quran, that's clear. Okay.
That's clear, yes. Fight as long as they fight, but they stop fighting, you stop fighting too, because Allah does not like those who transgress. So if you stop fighting, if you say, I want peace and I continue, then Allah does not like me as a Muslim, okay? Because I went against his command, all right? And we know of the history of Prophet Muhammad as well. When the kuffar, the enemy, when they came with that 10 years, what is it, a peace or ceasefire, Prophet Muhammad accepted right away without any, but or condition or no, let's continue a little bit. No, right away he accepted. Okay, Keegan.
Sorry, what was the last question you said?
No, I say that when Prophet Muhammad got the shalom. First, I have
Yeah,
to say
yeah, no, I understand.
shalom
Okay,
on.
so
Yeah,
so
so Prophet Muhammad took that 10-year
I understand. So you don't
ceasefire.
agree with the hadith book where
I mean, hadith,
like
any no,
I know,
look,
I know,
look,
I know, I know, like, but the
no,
hadith
yes,
books
you
make that
answered. Yes.
interpretation. They
I
make
say any hadith that goes against the Quran, I disagree because Quran is clear. Fight as long as they fight. Okay.
all right.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, understood.
All right. Very good. Yeah. So
Yes.
any other? I mean, I have said many times to Martin as well. As long as you are a good person, you do good deeds. I know. Okay, this is my belief. According to the Quran, I know that you will be among the righteous people. Okay, there are many verses. Okay, if you want, I can read for you.
You good,
Let
you
me.
good. You read them to me before.
Sorry.
You've read them to me before. I know them.
Yeah. I want to go. One by one, the details of that, so that you know why. Let me see.
So would you say the Quran teaches like universalism religion? So like if you're a Hindu, like a pagan worshiper, you go to heaven if you do good deeds?
Yeah, as long as you do good deeds, yes. Okay, because wrongly for some people think that, oh, you worship something else, then it is not about worship. Okay, it is about obedience. If you obey other than God in a bad deed, okay, if that somebody guides you to bad deeds, that's a shirk. Okay, and I can share with you a video by brother Khaled who explain it, okay, as well, very well from the Quranic verses. So let me see here, chapter 3 verse 113. Let's see why people of the book will go to heaven. Okay, not all of them are alike. Of the people of the book are a person that stand for the right. They rehearse verses of God all night long, and they prostrate themselves in adoration. Okay, then next one, they have faith in God and the last day. Okay, as a result of faith in God and the last day, they enjoy what is right and forbid what is wrong. So this is their action, which is important. And they hasten in emulation in all good works. They are in the ranks of righteous. And next one, and whatever good they do. So this is all about their deeds. Whatever good they do, never will it be removed from them. And Allah is knowing of the righteous. Okay, so it is and many other verses which I don't need. 262, for example, those who have faith in and those who are Jews and Christian and Sabians, whoever has faith in God and the last day and do righteous good deeds, it's always come. Faith or belief has to come with righteous good deeds. Without that is useless. As chapter 107 says, those who pray, but they are not mindful of their prayer, it is just for showing off. So you're praying or not praying, it doesn't matter. Okay, if you fast, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't follow with good deeds, then it is useless. Okay, so
Okay,
it says,
so
and
Muji.
just I finished the verse, and do righteous good deeds shall have the reward with their Lord. On them shall be no fear, nor shall they grieve. Okay, yes, please.
Okay, so do you think that worshiping, other than God, or like obeying other than God, so God is gonna will you to do good, right? And obeying other than that would be going into disbelief?
No, I said believe or disbelieve, okay, is not uh, counted.
Okay,
As I said, in the hell, when the kuffar, when they see the fire, they say, send us back, not to believe. They send us back so that we do good deeds. So your deeds is important. As 49:13 says, oh mankind. Okay, so Allah understand, Keegan, Allah understand what does it mean mankind, and what does it mean, oh believers, oh Muslims, when it says in the Quran many times. So that he distinguished between mankind and all Muslims, all believers. Okay, it clearly talking about mankind, and
Okay,
it says
so
the best of you, okay, in the sight of God is the one, the most not righteous in reality. It is the one with most taqwa, and I interpret taqwa because taqwa doesn't mean believe, because this chapter 49:13 includes disbelievers as well, includes pagans or anyone. Okay, so when it includes them, it is not about belief, it is about sacrifice. Okay, and uh, and I said that, I have said it before, we are here not to believe or disbelieve, we are here to do something, great, take distance from our, how do you say it, from our nature, which is animal nature, that we are selfish. Okay, everything is me, I don't care about anybody else. Okay, as chapter 107 again says, that those who pray woe to them when they don't give the minimum aid. Okay, so if the more we sacrifice, the more we give away, the more we have gone away from our nature, and we have become human, because human is not for me either a form, it's a way of life. Okay, so the more we do that, the more we take distance from our animal nature, the better we are in the sight of God. So now you can be an atheist and leave a doctor, yeah, Doctor Without Borders, an atheist who leave Europe, USA, and go to Africa, and sacrifice and helping Africans. That doctor is better than millions of Muslims who don't care about other people. Do you understand, Keegan?
yeah,
My
I
point?
understand the position. So
Yeah.
what do you think about Quran verses that say if you die associating partners, you won't see Jannah?
Yes, again, Keegan, Allah says, explain, okay, that in obedience, okay, it is not about worshiping. Okay, it says, what is in Arabic? I forgot. Ya'lamu. No. Anyway, in Arabic, I forgot about, but it says that if you associate them in, they translate it as worship, which is not. Associate them in obedience. Okay, Ya'budu. Sorry, yes. Now I remember.
It
Ya'budu.
says it's 4 verse 48. It says, "Indeed, Allah does not forgive association with Him." So you're saying,
Okay, listen. I said we cannot. There are many verses. Okay, that it follows with what is it? With, okay, now perhaps it is in the verse also. It's written. I don't know, because I haven't memorized that. So in what? If you associate them in what? Does it say worship or what?
no, it doesn't say worship. Hold on.
Okay, so in other verses, okay,
Sure.
it says
I can say it in
associate.
Arabic if you want me to.
Let me see. Wait.
Yeah.
I will find verses that says
إن
worship.
الله لا يغفر أن يشرك.
Which verse was that?
Chapter 4, verse 48.
Okay, 448. I have it here, by the way. 448. 448.
يغفر ما دون ذلك
Okay.
لمن يشاء.
لا يغفر الشرك يغفر ما دون ذلك لمن يشاء. Okay, here in this verse doesn't say about it. Let me find it. If you want, I can give you the video Brother Khaled has made. Okay, and he's
So you're saying
explaining
this-
very well.
You're
You
saying
know?
this word associate is in reference to like obedience?
Obedience, yeah, but unfortunately they have translated as worship. Let me see. Wait,
Well, it doesn't say worship, it just says association with Him.
no, this verse doesn't mention, but many verses.
Yeah, it just says like other verses say they have a partner. No verse says worship.
Wait.
I'm just reading English, but I mean, we can go to the Arabic if you can prove it from there.
Let me find the verses. Okay. Okay. here. Indeed, Allah does not for. Okay, that's 48.
Yeah,
Indeed, Allah
that's the
does
verse
not
I'm talking about.
forgive us straighten with Him, but He.
I'm talking about
forgives.
48, Muji.
Okay, now I know, but there are many verses that says, okay, so and mentioned one and associated with Ilah, did associate is great. Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, here. All right. Worship. Okay, it is.
Are you talking about like the word the Bata or Abede?
Ya'budu, Ya'budu. Wait. Okay, so it's
Yeah, it doesn't say.
those who disbelieve, the allies are false god. They take.
It doesn't say Yabadu. In this
Like.
verse.
Okay, so wait. Let me see. For example, there is chapter 2, verse 257 says, "But those who are kafir, their allies are false gods." Okay, this is Taghut actually. Taghut is not false god. It's a wrong translation. It is rebellions. They take them out of the light to darkness. Okay, so it's about going from from light to darkness. And among mankind are those who take other beside Allah as equal. They love them as they should love Allah.
Yeah, that's the shirk and love verse.
Okay, and they worship beside Allah. Okay, so this is one of them. Chapter 10, verse 18. Okay, say they وَيَعْبُدُونَ مِن دُونَ اللَّهِ. Okay, Ya'budu is coming from the root or abd, coming from the root Ya'budu. Okay,
Yeah, but it
Abd and
doesn't say
Ya'budu.
that in 4 verse 48. That's what I'm saying.
No, I know. I said there are many other verses. Okay, I can find for
Well,
you, but yeah,
but it would be because look at the verse that you just quoted to me. It said and worshipped beside Allah. It
yeah, the thing
differentiates
is that
people
yes.
so then
No,
servitude is not the only form of associating partners with Allah.
No. Look. I said that this you are checking 10:18, yeah?
No, I'm checking 4 verse 48.
No. I'm saying that in 4:48 it didn't say about Ya'budu, yeah, but go to 10:18, yeah? It says, and they would, because there it didn't talk about worship or anything, okay? So, but there are many verses that clearly says that they are, they take other than God in Ya'budu, which have been translated as worship, okay? It says, 10:18 says, and they worship beside Allah that which neither harms them nor benefits them, okay? And they say, these are our intercourse with Allah.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
intercourse with
Muji,
Allah.
I agree, but listen to what I said about the verse you quoted before, where it said they
Okay.
loved Allah, loved others as equal that they love Allah, and then it says
Okay.
and they worshipped beside Allah. It differentiates it. So that means there's other forms of associating partners other than just servitude. That's what I'm saying. Like if
Okay.
you can, you've proved your point that some of these verses explicitly mean servitude, but you haven't proved my point, or you haven't proved my my argument wrong when I'm saying that there's more than just servitude and associating partners.
Okay. All right,
Um,
but
so
wait. Okay, but look, I'm thinking about for example, chapter 49, verse 13 that I have told you, yeah, when Quran says, "O mankind," all right, it
Okay,
is.
so then,
Is it talking? No, is it talking? "O mankind," is it talking about pagans as well, or is talking about just people of the book and Muslims? How do you take that one then?
no. It's so you're quoting the verse where it says just do good deeds and like you'll be saved essentially. 49
I
verse 13.
say, no, I say it's not only that, and there are many other verses, okay? Not one verse, of course. Yeah, I take many verses that you, as long as you do good deeds, which one, who went?
That's
Okay,
hourglass.
yes,
But as
hourglass,
long
yes, yes.
as I mean, Muji, as long as they don't associate partners, then that'd be
No,
good.
no, 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 no. I
If you
said,
get
yeah,
others to associate partners with
no,
Allah,
wait,
then
wait.
that's a bad deed. Because if I
Okay,
go
wait.
around like spreading my
Okay,
religion
yeah,
and doing good deeds in the name of my religion, and other
yeah.
ones start and other people start associating partners because I'm doing good deeds, that's considered a bad deed right there. So
Okay,
then
let
you
me
have to
see. Wait,
connect
wait,
that
wait.
to hang on. Then you'd have to connect
No,
that to 4 verse 48, and then be like,
okay, okay, wait. Why, it, if I, for example, if I don't believe in God, okay, at all, that's a bad deed. Yeah, that's a
yeah,
bad deed. Yeah, but it's understandable because it is difficult for some people to what is it? For some people to accept it. It's understandable. But if I do bad deeds, okay, go and kill people and so on, rape people, that's not so difficult for people not understanding that this is bad deed. Okay, this is crime. It is very. I mean, we are intelligent enough to understand that this is not correct. So that's something that shouldn't be forgiven. But because what is it? Because, for example, 49:30. Okay, we have to understand that one as well. That why, if it is as these extremists say, that only Muslims will go to heaven. Okay, you know that, yeah.
yeah.
And not only that, extremist Shia say only Shias will go to heaven. Extremist Sunnis say only Sunnis will go to heaven. Okay,
What's
so
interesting is like because what
yeah,
you're my point was about there's other associating partners is because one of those ways is to associate or one of the other ways is to associate is in the invocation of like of of other people. So if I invoke I say Muhammad's intercession, or what the Shia do, they say Ya Ali, they say Ya
I
Fatima.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
all right,
that's
all right.
considered,
No,
I guess, to the
no.
Quran, form of associating partners.
If that one lead them to bad deed, for example, I give you an example. For example, I know that there are Shias who take, for example, if somebody is sick or something, they take them to one of these shrines, and instead taking them to doctor or something like that to heal them, like miracle, okay, to get miracle, all these things. These are bad deeds, okay. This is shirk, all right. Uh, these types of things, and they do even worse than such things. All right,
Yeah,
I have
but
heard that they take.
pushing false doctrine, Muji, is
Sorry?
a sin in itself. That's a bad deed in itself. So if the Shia are saying to like associate partners, Allah already considers that a bad deed. So
Okay,
then
but
you'd have to say that they'd have to weigh out the bad deeds that they're pushing via false doctrine,
okay, all
and
right.
then
No, I believe that. Okay, I believe that as long as it doesn't harm you or anybody else, okay, it is not a bad deed. When it harms you, because uh, Allah wants us to have a good life. God wants us. Yeah, let's say it like this. God, okay? God wants us to have a good life on this planet. All right? He wants to guide us from darkness to light. Okay, what is darkness? Darkness is the life we have today. Okay, everybody killing each other, robbing each other, all these rapes, prostitution, corruption. This is the darkness. All right. So God wants us to live in a world without all these things. Do you agree with me that God wants us to live in a peaceful world?
yeah,
Okay.
of course,
Yeah.
God doesn't
So,
want you to
yes.
sin.
Okay. So he doesn't want us to do bad deeds which harms each other. All right. Love one another. If we love one another, we don't harm each other. So anything that harms me or you, Okay, even committing suicide is a bad deed. It's a great sin because I'm harming myself. Drinking alcohol is a sin because I'm harming myself. Okay, uh, or smoking, all these things. So these are bad deeds. All right. So this is not. I mean, as long as you don't harm people. But the thing is that God says that I read for you a verse now that these false gods, they don't guide you to anything. Okay, they don't. Um, how do you say it? It said they don't harm you. They don't benefit you. So
Yeah.
God wants you to follow a command that benefits you. All right. So God,
That's
for me,
associated with
somebody
partners.
said, yes, somebody said God is jealous. I don't believe in that. God is great. You know, God is out of such a need. Okay, being jealous and such. This is very stupid for me. That God is jealous. That say, oh, you don't worship somebody else. I created you. That you worship me. You know, now I'm going to send you to hell. You know, so I don't believe in that. I believe that
Come on, Rajiv.
God,
That's what the Quran
everything.
says.
Sorry.
That's what the Quran says. That's what we're literally discussing.
Yeah. Listen, I say, it is just because. Okay, it's just because He wants us to live in a better world. Okay,
No,
He
but
wants us.
listen. When you say good deeds, like you quoted chapter 10, verse 18, it says they worshipped, right, what neither harmed nor benefited them. So
Okay.
to your point, it didn't do anything for them. That's still associating a partner. And according to 4 verse 48, you're not
Okay.
going to see Jannah.
Okay. So, but anyway, if it doesn't benefit you, also that's a harm because He wants you to live in a better world. Okay, because we are harming each other. It doesn't teach you anything good. Like, I give you a good example.
Okay,
Like,
good. So if
let me give you
Go ahead.
give you a good example.
If the Shia and the Sufi and some of the Sunni and they teach all this doctrine, whether to associate partners, whether they want to admit it or not, right? They teach all this doctrine. Are you, according to the Quran, would you agree they're not going to go to Jannah?
That if it harms them, yes, I mean they will be punished
But
according
no,
their
it doesn't.
bad deeds and good deeds.
How is not harm? How is not benefiting them a harm to them? The verse says not harming them nor benefiting them on 10 verse 18.
Yeah, but yes, the thing is that I say this, it doesn't benefit them, which leads them, because they don't do anything. Yeah, it's something useless.
Yeah,
Right?
but okay, it says not harming them. You can't say then
Yeah,
that's
yeah. No,
wait,
they don't harm. Yeah, Keegan, they don't harm because they are useless. They are a bunch of stone and wood. Yeah, but the belief in them guide you to bad deeds like what is it? Like, for example, I was going to say in Hinduism, okay, they believe that when you come back, when you die, you will come back after 12 days. It's a reincarnation, okay? And these are not from the woods. These are not from those stones. This is what they believe lead them to follow a bunch of scholars who write for them the scriptures, okay? And then in their scripture says that if you are a bad person and you come back as a handicap or a dog. So handicaps, they feel guilty. They feel that they were bad people in the past life. That's why they are suffering. And dogs, you cannot help dogs because they are bad people in the past. They have to suffer. Okay. So this is what is guide them and doesn't benefit them in this way, that also that when they bury their daughters alive, okay, like in Islam, 1400 years ago, when Arab Bedouins, they were burying their daughters alive, Quran benefit. Why? Because it said to them, stop this nonsense. This is a great crime. If you fear poverty, God will enrich you. So don't kill your daughters. Okay. So, but in their religion, doesn't say anything. So
You're
what
still
happens?
talking about obedience, though. That's
Sorry?
not. You're still talking about obedience in the deeds of people and teachings. I'm talking about, like, simply put it, right? If we're talking about intercessors that neither harm nor benefit you, and then you're saying the belief in those, right, are guiding you to bad deeds. So if a Shia says Ya Ali and Ya Fatima and
Uh,
these people have said to do un-Quranic things, things that disagree with the Quran, and they follow in these things, would you say that Shias are going to go to they're not going to go see Jannah because of this?
No, I didn't say. If I said,
I'm asking you, would you agree?
No, I'm telling you that, okay? I said from beginning, you are going to be judged according your deeds, no matter what you believed, okay? No matter that you said, Ya Fatima, Ya Ali, or whatever.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
you did-
It's
yeah, if you
associating a partner, and if you die doing these, you still, enriched in these deeds, then according, you're not going to go see Jannah. That's what I'm trying to get through to you. That according to your view and according to what you're preaching to the Quran, if you take the Quran's actual narrative, these Shia, these Sunni, they're not going to Jannah.
No, according my narrative, you said
Sufi.
okay. No, let me see.
Sufi, they're not going to Jannah.
I said they are not going to Jannah for what?
No. If you take the Quranist narrative, like what we're going through right now, right?
Okay.
If I prove to you that associating partners is not just servitude, that there's other verses that call even invocation, and I'm sure you'll probably agree with one of the hadiths that actually agrees with this, but that the invocation is essentially associating a partner if it's other than Allah. Then that would lead you not to go to Jannah, essentially.
Okay, and I have explained, okay, and I explained what I believe, okay, according my understanding, my belief, and there are many verses which I have given, 49:13. You are associated too, okay? Now, aren't you? According,
That's what I'm saying. If you die doing those deeds, if you die doing those deeds, Allah is not going to forgive you. Like even if it's not harming you, benefiting you.
Okay, so let me see. According to your understanding,
if you go to 48,
are you a mushrik? Salam alaikum, Sayyid. Yeah. Are you?
Yeah,
According to the
Quran, I'm Muslim.
Their side.
Wait, just a moment. You are associated. Yeah, Christians are associated.
I'm a Christian.
Yeah?
I associate the Son with the Father and the Spirit.
All right. So okay. Now, my question to you is, what Quran? All those verses that I read for you, chapter 3, verse 113, 14, 15. Yeah. So who are they then? Because these extremist Muslims say no, they are not.
Well, you brought up about obedience when Christ literally explicitly tells you different things. I know,
doesn't matter. No. Listen, Kigan, please. I say, okay, if Christians, let's not talk about Jews, okay, let's talk about Christians, because that verse is talking about people of the book. Because you believe yourself, according to Quran, you are associated, okay? And Muslim extremists also believe, okay? So now those verses that I read for you, Christians are included. So a portion of them are righteous people and will go to heaven, yeah? And I explained for you, I read from the verse, it says, nothing, whatever good they do will never be removed from them. So according to the verse. Sorry?
That's a contradiction. If 4 verse 48.
No, it's not a contradiction. No, listen.
Hang on. If 4 verse 48 says associating partners, if you die associating partners, you're not going to see Jannah.
Kigan, please. Kigan, wait. I read for you chapter 3, verse 7, and I said that there are unspecific verses in the Quran. Okay, so this association and this shirk and all these are unspecific. Okay, so they need to be interpreted. Okay, that's why somebody say worshiping, and we say no, it is obedience, and so it is up to interpretation. Okay, so
and if I give you verses, hang on, if I give you verses which Allah tells you explicitly not to do, and He calls it associated partners.
Again.
No, Muji, I'll give you a verse right now. 16 verse 20. We can go to it, and it says not to invoke what is created. So don't invoke angels. Don't invoke.
Okay.
Don't pray to them.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay,
right after it says they worshipped. So.
No, it is not worship. I say they obeyed. It's a ya'budu. Okay, this is a wrong translation. Okay, it is not what is it? It's not worship. It is ya'budu, which is servitude. So now let's put those aside. Okay, I told you that according chapter 3, verse 7. Okay, the interpretation of those verses must go in line with the precise verses, and these are very precise and clear. These verses that. And whatever good they do, never will it be removed from them. And Allah is knowing of the righteous. Okay, so it is about your righteous deeds. And there are so many verses, not one, not two, maybe hundreds of verses, okay, that says about people, chapter 29, verse 46, and do not argue with the people of the book, except in the best way, except for those who commit injustice among them. So again, about injustice, and say, we have faith in God. So this is 262. Those who have faith and those who are Jews, Christian, and so on, the last day, and do righteous good deeds. Again, righteous good deeds. So everywhere it is about you. Chapter 3, verse 199. And there are certainly among people of the book those who have faith in God, in the revelation to you and the revelation to them, bowing in humility to God. They will not exchange the verses of God for a miserable gain. For them is a reward with their Lord, and God is swift in account. Okay, so I can read for you many
Okay,
verses.
hang on, Muji, because that's what we're literally discussing. You're reading these
You-
verses blatantly, but
you
I'm going to
said-
read you 16 verse 20 to 22, and I can read the Arabic if you like. But it says, "And they invoke other than Allah, create nothing, and they are created. They are dead,
let me
not
see.
alive."
Sorry.
Hang on. They are dead, not alive, and they do not perceive when they will be resurrected. Your God is one God. But those who
Okay.
do not believe in the hereafter, their hearts are disapproving and they are arrogant. Okay,
Okay.
so it's just talking about invoking, right? And it says don't do it. And then it says your God is one God right after that. Muji,
Okay,
that
all right.
indicates that if you invoke someone, right, other
Okay.
than God, you're associating him as like a God beside God.
All right, okay. And listen, Kigan. And I explained, okay, and I explained, you said it contradict, okay, and I tell you that it doesn't contradict, it's complete your wrong understanding, okay?
No.
Complete. Okay, listen. I said, okay, you are, according this extremist, and a pagan associator, okay? So, and God says in the Quran that you will go to heaven if you do good deeds, okay?
That's
So
the
you say,
contradiction of bringing
yeah,
up.
okay, so all right, okay, so Kigan, you can take it as contradiction. It is my book, okay? It is my book, and I tell you, it is not a contradiction, it's a completion that tells you no, it is in associating in what is it? In obedience. Now I want to read some what is it? I want to play that video as well, and I want to read what Moji believes
I've seen,
and
I mean,
and what's true. What are are two different things. I think we are all going to the bad place. Okay, I don't know. Is it what is it? I think it is tacos. It doesn't make sense to have unspecific verses that need to be maybe for you doesn't because God didn't make anything so easy for us. Let me see, somebody want to join.
Hourglass. Do you get what I'm saying to Muji?
Wait, I want to
Yes,
read this one.
I understand
Wait.
your point, brother, but Muji has more knowledge than me, so I let that's his stream, and yes, he
All right,
gave an answer.
Yeah,
to-
I mean, I understand. I just wanted to make sure everyone got it because, I mean,
Okay, now I think I explained it very well. Okay, many verses, and I told you it's not only Christian and Jews. Okay, it's about anyone. Chapter 49, verse 13. Oh,
yeah,
mankind.
Muji,
Okay, what
I
is
understand that.
mankind?
I understand your
Okay,
point.
so
but
let me see. Wait. I have to see this. Okay, is this taqiyya or ignorance? You please call in and help me because maybe I'm ignorant. So, hello, Michael. Where is the kafir? you were kafir. Now you are a believer. Hello, my dear brother Mike. Okay, let me see. Hourglass. I will have
Yes,
it.
that was before, yes. But
All right. Okay. Yes. Sorry.
now
I
I'm
didn't
back,
read.
if Allah
Let me
wills.
see. Yes. Yes.
Because
Alhamdulillah.
I thought
Let me
that
see.
you and brother and yes,
Yeah,
Keegan
Did you?
had so much to speak about, so
Yes.
I
Yes.
wanted
Yes.
to,
Did
I
yes.
yeah?
want to
Did
watch
you
this
see?
video because I've
Wait.
seen
Wait.
the
Wait.
Wonder. I've seen the
Yes.
Wonder
Did you
channel.
see there? Wait. Did you see there is a new? I know what you did last summer in theater. Okay. I don't watch that. Okay. Sorry. Yes. I saw that. There. Okay. Let me see. Now we want to play this. Okay. I will remove that. I want to play this video. Let's see what is that. Okay. I think it's like this.
Aggravate me? So are you doing this on purpose to aggravate me? Don't be a pussy. Be honest.
I'm gonna leave.
Good Christian boy. Have a good one, all right?
Hey, y'all, come look at this. About Muhammad, he was like an evil man.
Shut up, man. Okay, what makes you say that?
Let me
So
see.
Don't be a pussy. Be honest.
I'm gonna leave.
Good Christian boy. Have a good one, all right?
Hey, y'all, come look at this. About Muhammad, he was like an. They dug.
So are you doing this on purpose to aggravate me? So are you doing this on purpose to aggravate me? Don't be a pussy. Be honest.
I'm gonna leave.
Good Christian boy. Have a good one, all right?
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
He's
About
giving
Muhammad,
calling.
he was like an evil
Is
man.
this the same?
Shut up, man. Okay, what makes you say that?
So
Is
just
it a loop?
the allegations, I guess,
Silver.
you know, about.
Sorry.
Yes, I think it's because I don't know why, but it keeps repeating over and over again. It's the
No.
same
I
thing.
made a mistake. Yes, I made a mistake.
Oh,
And
okay, sorry.
went back. Yeah, went back. Wait.
Like,
And then have you ever read the Quran?
I am not.
So you're saying this based on ignorance then?
I'm not ignorance, just from word of mouth.
You know, that's still it's still ignorance.
His like marriage, the demonic like things that he would do to like little children.
Okay, so now I know you're insincere. I could tell the whole time you were talking. You see that little smirk on your face. So are you doing this on purpose to aggravate me? Be honest. Be honest. Are you a man or no? Then be honest. Be honest. Don't be a. Be honest.
It looks
I'm
like
sorry,
a
sir.
man to
I'm
me.
gonna leave.
Yeah. Good Christian boy. Have a good one. All right.
Sorry for.
You're not sorry. You're not sorry. You know exactly what you're doing. Have a good one, bro. That loving Christian you are. Wonderful, loving Christian. Great example of Christianity. Have a great day, sir. So are you doing this on
Okay,
purpose to aggravate?
Excuse me.
brother, this individual,
Anybody would
this
run away from you.
this individual shouldn't be giving calling, shouldn't be giving dawah, because
course.
he's so ignorant and he uses these bad words. I mean, he acts like a savage, a tyrant. And in
Yes.
some other videos, he grabbed people. And I wanted to expose him with you, Brother Muji. The Prophet, peace be upon him, he said that the strong man is not the one who can wrestle people, but the one who controls his anger. And the Muslim is the one whom other people are saved from his hand and from his tongue. So he went against the prophetic way, the Sunnah.
Yeah,
And yet
not
he
only
gives
that. Not
calling
only that.
dawah.
Not only Sunnah. Quran says that invite to the way of your Lord with wisdom and good instruction. Okay, so this is not
Exactly.
good instruction. Let me see. Why does the handshake look weird? I also went back to check. I think it was the way that they should make it. How do you call it? They should make the video for what is it? Short videos. Yeah, it has to be. How do you
Yes.
call it? So it is not
Shorts.
16:9. It is not 16:9. So they should change the positions so that both take place. You know, all these things. Muslims are easily.
Not Muslims, but these people,
these
they're
idiots,
more like, yes, because they're like
Yeah,
thugs.
okay, wait.
And you know what this guy said, Brother Muji? He said in one of his videos, I came from a background when we used to solve everything with violence. So this is the guy who gives calling dawah, supposedly, but the guy comes from
No, I
a
think, yes,
violent
he's-
background.
Yeah, he's from. I think he's from Latin America. I think, as I understood, he said himself that he's a converted. Yeah.
Yes, I think he's from Pakistan, though.
No. He doesn't look at all like that. Okay, and he said he's a converted. I remember once he said. I
Yes,
think
he's a convert. That's
Yes,
a
so
fact. Yes,
I think
definitely.
yes. I think he's Latinos. Okay.
Yes,
That's true.
I
Did
think
you,
I heard him say that his ancestors were Hindus.
I don't know, but okay, right, maybe. I don't know, but whatever. I don't know.
He,
From where,
yes,
as I understood, I thought that he must be from there. Let me see. Uh,
maybe.
yeah, that's true. Did you see, it's Michael, yeah, did you video? Okay, that's with, yes, Miss K. All right.
Yes, but
How are you?
he's
Yeah,
acting like a tyrant. He's
mhm,
basically having this man, what is it, measuring contest, right? And he tries to
mhm.
show that I'm a strong man, I'm big, I'm
Yeah,
tall,
yeah,
I can beat you up. That's not Islam. This is
yeah.
barbarism, It's
Yeah,
like
that's a stupid
gladiators.
guy. Yeah, that's a
Gladiators
stupid
used to
guy.
do
Yeah,
that.
that's
Yes,
a stupid guy. Let me see. Wait, I
yes,
have to say.
even gladiators used to do that back in the days where they would
Okay.
have these arena fights and
Yeah, yeah,
basically the strongest would kill the other. That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
same mindset, it seems.
Yeah,
It's
Cherimy.
nonsensical.
Yeah, Cherimy. There is the link. Please click the link and come up and help me understand. Okay, because I see only peace in Islam. Okay, Islam is a religion of peace, and I can prove you. You can just call in. I don't know why you don't call in. All right. So it's all misunderstanding, of course. It's not a misunderstanding. It's a stupid, way of understanding. It's a how to say it. These people are uneducated. Many of them they haven't read the Quran. Which last week, if you checked at the end of the video, last week, okay, you see that there were two extremists here. One of them, of course, when I was putting him in the corner asking question, he was saying that I don't know. I have to go and ask my scholars. Okay, so they don't know anything themselves. Blindly follow something that their scholars say. Fight breaks. Okay, let me see.
But yes, those people are barbarians, in my opinion.
Yes. Salaam alaikum, my brother Michael. How are you?
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine, thank you.
Hey,
Welcome.
I just want to come on, post a little video in the private chat there. I don't know if you want to play it. It's a kid's video.
Okay.
It's about I'm sure you guys are familiar with the story. I don't think it's considered a hadith of the old woman who would throw garbage on Muhammad. I may have brought it up before, but
Okay.
maybe you can somehow get it over to the Warner.
Mm-hmm. The thing is that if I could talk to that, ignorant guy, I don't want to say very harsh, but anyway, if I could talk to him, I mean, that, Mike, they even don't want to talk to me on my channel. They run away. So I don't think that I ever can. I will share. Let me see. Share screen. Prophet Muhammad. Okay. Here.
The Little Believers.
Musa! 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 Oh, there you are. Musa, what are you doing here? I thought you were going to go play football with the twins today.
Nah, I don't want to play with them. They weren't being very nice to me yesterday.
But they asked to play with you today, right?
Yeah, but they weren't nice yesterday, which means they won't be nice today, which means I shouldn't play with them.
Yeah, you're right. I guess only Prophet Muhammad would know what to do.
Wait, what?
Prophet Muhammad, when the old lady was being mean to him?
What? Someone was being mean to Prophet Muhammad?
Yup.
Zayan! Wait, Zayan! Tell me the story, Zayan. Tell me the story of Prophet Muhammad. Please, please.
Well, okay.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Zayn is about to tell the story of when someone was being mean to Prophet Muhammad.
What? Someone was being mean to Prophet Muhammad? Impossible. The Prophet was too nice.
He was. But long ago, there was an old lady that was filled with hate. She did not like the Prophet very much. Every day, the Holy Prophet would pass by her house on his way to pray. And every day, the old lady would lean out her window and throw rubbish on his head.
What? Despicable. You mean despicable, Ilyas? That's so sad, though.
It is. But you know what? The Prophet never once got angry at her or complained. This happened every day until one day...
Oh, no.
It didn't.
Huh?
That day, the lady wasn't there at the window to throw rubbish on him.
She wasn't? Then? Ice cream! Ice cream? Did they even have ice cream back then, Ilyas? No. The ice cream truck. I'll be right back. Fill me in later.
Anyway, when the lady was missing from her window that day, Prophet Muhammad grew worried and asked the people of the town where she had gone. He soon found out she was sick, so he decided to visit her.
Even after she had been so mean to him.
Yes, our Holy Prophet is known as the mercy to mankind. Not only did he visit her when she was sick, he even helped her with her chores around the house.
Whoa! Prophet Muhammad is so nice.
He was, and it was this kindness that changed the old lady's heart. She felt bad for what she did and became kind as well. In fact, she even accepted Islam.
Whoa! The Prophet's kindness made her kind too.
That's right.
You know, Zayan, that football game with the twins doesn't seem like a bad idea anymore.
You know, I think you're right, Musa.
And then he went to her house and helped her when she was sick. What? Even after she threw trash every day? Yep. That's what Zayan says. Right, Zayan?
That's right. He was the kindest man and spread love to everyone.
All right, I because we got the message, I know the hadith, but the thing is that we can read even from the Quran. It says, chapter 23, verse 96, O Muhammad, repel evil in the best manner. Repel evil in the best manner. We are well aware of all that they say about you. Chapter 42, verse 43, and whoever is patient and forgives, indeed, that is of the matter requiring determination. Chapter 15, verse 85, indeed, the hours is approaching, so pardon those who wrong you with most mercy, graceful pardon without revenge. Chapter 22, verse 263, a kind word and forgiveness is better than charity followed by hurt. So there are many, of course, verses in the Quran that even says those who do evil to you, evil. Even Quran says if somebody murder your relative, if you forgive, it's better for you. Allah forgives your sins if you forgive. There are many things like this. Unfortunately, these people they do not follow. Even among Christians, they do not follow love one another, love your neighbors as you love yourself. They just like to spread hate. I have just a few days ago on TikTok, I was confronting some of them. I was talking to them. They were spreading false information about Islam. I was trying to change their mind, tell them, no, this is wrong, and so on. And one of them took a short clip from my conversation and reported to TikTok. TikTok blocked me for 1 week. Understand? And I said, I hate the religion that teaches you hate other people. I didn't mean even Christianity, because I know Christianity teaches you love your neighbors as you love yourself. And he was saying, oh, it teaches me love. I said, if it teaches you love, you cannot, go around and say my neighbor is, going to kill you. Okay, he's a terrorist. You cannot say like that, because it is a lie. I'm not like that. I don't believe in such a thing.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
my,
kind of like, I guess Gandhi would have been censored back in the day when he said, I like your Christ, I don't like your Christians too much.
oh, yeah, great, of course. Yes. So
So, anyways,
anybody want? Yeah.
Munji, I've been looking into a new question here lately. I've asked
All right.
the Orthodox Muslim concubines. Do they have to consent to sex with their masters?
All right. It is okay. First of all, it is not. How do you say it? The only way the concubine? Of course, it is your right hand possess. Okay, because Quran says free them. Okay, free your slaves. Chapter 9, verse 60. That is a duty of Muslims. So that verse, I don't remember the verse. Let me, I think, bring it here. That says, chapter 4, verse 24. 424, yeah? 424. It says, okay, let me see. Also, those who are already handed fasted or means married in relationship among the women, excluding, of course, what your right hand possess. It is the prescription of God upon you. So married women are, this is actually, let me see, was, I have to bring it another one. Sorry, because, let me see, slavery, yeah. Slavery, I think it is here. Because I'm looking for the verse, Mike, okay? That it is, there is a verse, okay? Let me see if it is here. Believers. Okay, yes. Now, chapter 4, verse 25 says, married women are forbidden for you except those your right hand possess wife. Your right hand possess. Okay. So, Mike, you can marry those your right hand possess, even though they are married. Okay. But first of all, you have to marry them. But here, who are they? They are not necessarily slaves. Okay. Chapter 60, verse 10 says, believers, when believing women come to you as immigrants, test them. God knows best about their faith. And if you find them to be faithful, then do not return them to the kuffar. They are not lawful wives for them, nor are they their lawful husbands. Okay? So these are the women that you can marry, because Islam, Quran does not recognize their marriage because she has left her husband. Okay? It is those who say a woman has no right to divorce, only man has the right to divorce. Here goes against their Mike. Here is what goes against their what is it? Their words. Okay, because these women had right to divorce by leaving their husband without divorcing, coming to Muslims, and Allah said, but after that says, but give the kuffar what they have spent. Okay, so even though, Mike, even though they are your enemies, they are the kuffar, you have to give what they have spent on the woman. Okay, you are not to blame if you marry them later, provided you give them their dues, and do not hold to marriage bound with kuffar women, but ask for what you have spent and let. So if your wives, if the Muslim's wife also leave, right, and go to the kuffar, you are also, you are not bound to that married woman. So, but ask for what you have spent and let them ask for what they have spent. This is God's judgment. He judges between you. God is all knowing and all wise. So, and there is also a verse in the Quran that says, you have no right to inherit women without their will, okay, against their, against their will. Okay, so you cannot marry a woman like a slave if she doesn't want to marry you. Okay, and that's a marriage. It's not that you take her as a sex slave and so on. Understand, Mike?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Although I think that second verse, what was it, 60 something? I think that's in relation to the treaty under the tree, the Abadia or whatever treaty with the pagans, where the women went to the Muslims and wanted to become Muslims. And actually, that's why the pagans say it's the Muslims who broke the treaty, not them, and attacked them. But that's kind of a whole nother story. But
Yeah.
I've read several papers now. Kaisha Ali out of Boston University, I guess when the Islamic State, aka Daesh, was enslaving the Yazidis. She looked into all the historical data on concubines and sex slaves and slavery, and she says she can't find anywhere where consent is even talked about. And that she said, well, one could say maybe you don't ask about consent because it's so obvious that a woman would have to consent and not be raped, but that's kind of pushing modern morality into ancient times, whereas it seems it's the women didn't have any agency, and part of the proof is they say your slaves, talking about marriage to a slave, the master could marry the slave off to anyone, right? You don't have to consent to being enslaved, right? You don't have to consent to who your master marries you to. You don't have to consent to the labor that your master makes you do. So why would all of a sudden there be this agency of consent when it comes to sex?
Okay.
And you're saying, I guess you're saying, well, you have to marry your slave before you have sex with her. But wasn't Maria the Copt a concubine to Muhammad her whole life? Didn't she give birth to, was it Ibrahim who died during the eclipse?
I mean, this is also hadith, okay, that absolutely unreliable, all right, because Quran chapter 9 verse 60 says all tax is only for those who to the poor and the needy, and for those employed to administer it, for those whose hearts are attracted to the faith, for freeing a slave, okay, freeing slaves, for those in debt, for Allah's cause, and for needy travelers. And this is an obligation from Allah, and Allah is all knowing, all wise. So freeing a slave is an obligation, okay, from Allah to the people. So if I have a slave, then I have to, free the slave. So of course it was not easy to ask people to free them immediately. So Quran came with, different things. Chapter 5, verse 89. Allah will not call you to account for your thoughtless oaths, but He will hold you accountable for deliberate oaths. The penalty for a broken oath is to feed 10 poor people from what you normally feed your family, or to clothe them, or to free a bound person. But if none of this is affordable, but doesn't matter. So different occasion, Allah wants that people free the slaves, okay? Because slavery was a great, For example, chapter 26, verse 22, Moses said, is this a favor of which you remind me, that you have enslaved the children of Israel? One of the pharaohs, many verses, 127, Pharaoh said, we will slaughter their sons and keep their women alive. Indeed, we are subjugating them. Chapter 23, verse 47, they said, should we believe to men like yourself while their people are enslaved for us? Okay, so these are their crimes, the slavery, and there are many other verses, of course. Slavery was a crime of pharaohs. So God doesn't want us to, commit the same crime like pharaohs, and He wants us to free them. Yes, and the sex slavery, which is absolutely trash, and I explained that this is not sex slavery. And even if you have a slave, you have to marry them. And it is not, if you want to, if you want to marry them. Either you free them, or if you want to have sex with them, you have to marry them. All right. And yes, and for example, right hand possessed is not always slaves. Okay, they are like those which I read, that verse, that people who come to you as immigrant women who leave their husbands and come to you as immigrants. Okay, don't send them back. If they are good, if they are faithful, then marry them. Okay, don't send them back. So these are those people categorized as your right hand possessed. Okay.
Okay. Well, it's interesting. So if we'll pivot to the immigrant part of it. Again, I think this is the treaty he made with the pagans, that there'd be 10 years of peace. But in that treaty, wasn't it any pagans who came to Muhammad and wanted to become Muslim, like minors, I think they called it, or something, should be returned to him? And considering Muslims say the pagan women had no rights, they were kind of like children. When the pagan women went to Medina from Mecca and wanted to become Muslims, shouldn't Muhammad have sent them back? Was he not breaking the treaty? Is that not?
No, the treaty was only about fighting. Okay, that there shouldn't be a fight, so that the Muslim could freely, do whatever they want to preach. And the treaty was not about those things. It's about freely. There will be no ceasefire. It was in reality ceasefire, that we don't fight anymore in this period. And they broke it when they attacked Muslim. Okay, so it wasn't about sending back, and that's why Muslims grow in that period, Mike. They become large. They become very strong. Okay.
Okay.
And,
well, I just Googled it. Here, I posted it in the back chat. I'll post it in the regular chat. According to Wiki, at least, the number 2 bullet point is whoever flees the pagans without their guardians' permission should be sent back. And if women had no agency over themselves under the pagans, which is what Muslims say all the time, they would have, their husband would be their guardian, right? Their wali. Okay. So it seems like Muhammad's the one who broke the treaty. Whoever flees to Muhammad from the Quraysh without the permission of his guardian, now there it says his, but let's say their guardian, will be sent back to the Quraysh. But whoever comes to the Quraysh from the Muslims will not be sent back. This is one of the reasons most of the Muslims didn't like the treaty. They thought Muhammad gave up too much, right?
All right, which is, of course, not the correct, because chapter 9 verse 5 says, let me see. So according to the Quran, was just the treaty was broken because they were attacking. But once the sacred months are over,
attack them wherever, fly and ambush them.
Wherever, besiege them, ambush them, and imprison them. However, if they repent and pay what is the prescribed purifying alms, then okay, let them go. Okay, now it is, let me see, it is next verse, I think, when you read. Okay, if any of those mushrikeen seek your protection, protect them, him, so that he will be, okay, this, not this one also, let me see. How can there be a treaty between God and his messenger with the mushrikeen, except for those with whom you made a treaty at the secret house, as long as they remain true to you, but be true to them. Yes, God loves those who are mindful of him. All right, so you have to keep your treaty with those who stay with your treaties. So it's about them, from their side. What sort of a treaty is this? Since if they gain the upper hand, so it's not about those, if they gain the upper hand, they will not respect any agreement or obligation to protect you. They please you with what they say, while their hearts remain averse to you. Most of them are disobedient to God. I think it is, fasiqun, disobedient to God. And then next verse, they have sold God's messages for small change. Anyway, so this is which I read. This verse, which is 9, is clearly explained that it was they were breaking. If they take the upper hand, they will attack you. So it's always about they attack you. So it was about attack, not that exchanging somebody, and so on. So I don't think that this, Wikipedia is correct, because according to Quran, they were attacking. So they broke the treaty because of their attacks.
Well, but I mean, if you look at it from a neutral standpoint, it's the Quraysh who said Muhammad's breaking the treaty because he's not sending our women back to us who want to immigrate, which is the verse you read from the 60th surah, right? So you got the Quraysh, the pagans, still in Mecca. Muhammad has gone to Medina, right? Now they won't let them do the pilgrimage, so they come up with the treaty under the tree, the Huddiya something treaty. And Muhammad says, okay, any of your people who come to us and want to become Muslim, we're going to send them back if they don't have their guardian's permission, right? And women, of course, have their husbands, fathers, brothers, uncles, whatever, as their guardian, right? They're not like adults.
Okay.
So women were going to Medina wanting to become Muslims. And that's the verse you read, I believe. If the immigrants come, accept them, marry them, blah, blah, blah. So the pagans go, hang on, you're breaking our treaty. You're supposed to send those women back to us. And so then they stop the pilgrimage, I believe. Now they attack the Muslims, not letting them do their pilgrimage, which was part of the treaty, but it's because they're claiming Muhammad broke the treaty first. So once one party breaks the treaty's null and void. The other party doesn't have to hold to it.
All right. But according to the Quran, it was about attack. It wasn't about and the Muslims during that time, they were preaching and inviting people. So men and women doesn't matter. Everybody had the right to convert, and there were even many great enemies of Islam who converted. They came and learned, and then they converted to Islam. So the pagans realized that they are getting weaker because of this, freedom of speech. And we know as well that freedom of speech is a great thing that is against the dictators. Okay. I have to answer this. How can I connect with Allah more? If you ask me, the better human you are, the more good deeds you do, you connect. The more you connect to God. All right. Yes, Mike.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's great for modern times. Obviously, I'm all for freedom of speech, freedom of religion. People should be able to come and go in and out of religions all they want. Not your Islam, but most Islam says no to that. But in that time, again, women didn't have agency over themselves. And part of the treaty was that literally, no, you can't change your religion.
Okay. No. I don't think so. I don't think so, because they were preaching. Okay. They were preaching, and then you see the verse which I read for you was even about women from Muslim side going to them. Okay. It says that let them be, don't take them back anymore. Understand? So it was from both sides. From them coming to you, keep them, and from yours goes to them, ask for their dowries, okay, what you have spent on them, and they can stay there. So I don't think that it was the case, because especially that Muslims were converting a lot of people, and they became strong after that treaty. And that's why I say the truth will prevail in freedom. So
Okay.
that's why freedom of speech should be, like Ayatollah Fascist Khomeini was trying to, enforce his dictatorship, so that nobody talked, so that people don't hear him, the opposition. And we struggled, Mike, 2.5 years. We were beaten, we were attacked, but we didn't fight back because we wanted the minimum freedom. We wanted to use that and invite people to our goal. And unfortunately, Marxists, for example, they right away they started to fight back, and we were telling them that's too fast. You don't have to do that. You have to use the minimum, freedom that exists. So after 2.5 years, when there was no freedom at all, then we started to fight back. Lasher, I think this is Tacos, but he hasn't changed name. Would have made more sense if Muhammad just thought ethics, what ethics, virtue, yeah, without getting his hands dirty with inner politics like Buddha. I don't understand what you mean with that, Don. He avoided politics. Muhammad would have been more. Listen, Lasher, I don't know, is it tacos or not? But if you want to change people's life, okay, the minimum, then you have to involve in politics. The price of bread is connected to politics. The price of, rents, anything is connected to politics. So if you want to change the society, am I right, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, and to say he would have been more successful or effective, I mean, he's gotten 2 billion people on his side here. He's got 1/4 of the population of the world.
Yeah. So if you want to change something, then you have to involve in politics. If you want to talk about women's rights, and the politicians at that time say, no, women are our slaves. Okay, they don't have any rights. So you have to fight the politicians who don't want you to preach these things. All right, like many things, they didn't like his words. So it is not politics that he wanted to preach his words that don't bury your daughters alive. What is this stupid thing? Okay, and all there are so many things teaching them, about inheritance and all these things. So the pagans, they didn't like that, and they were attacking them. They were attacking Prophet Muhammad. So there was no, I don't know, he wasn't Republican or Democrat like today. It was totally different things. So,
Right. Well, speaking of attacking him, what did you think of? I don't know. Have you ever read about the aftermath of the Battle of Badr? Abdul Jahl, Jahl, however you say that. Right. He was a big enemy of Islam. I think he threw like pig intestines on the back of Muhammad once when he was praying and stuff. So, anyways, after the battle, I think it was Ibn Mas'ud, who was like a dwarf. He said to Muhammad, I couldn't take part in the battle due to my stature. What can I do now? And he said, well, go out into the field and collect up the weapons from, the dead guys and stuff. And he comes across Abu Jahl, who's
Abu Jahl.
Yeah. So he's wounded and he's dying. And I guess he says to the dwarf, I guess he put his foot on his throat or something. He said, tiny shepherd, your foot is in a sacred place or something. Even while he was dying, he was still pretty arrogant or whatnot. So anyways, Abdul Mas'ud took his own sword and cut his head off and brought it back to Muhammad and presented it to him. And he doesn't seem to denounce that at all, even though supposedly you're not supposed to desecrate bodies after battle and stuff.
Okay, look, Mike, I know a lot of these stories are just made up, okay? And because our criteria should be Quran, okay? The Quran says, and I read for you, that said, but repel evil in the best manner, okay?
Okay.
But yes, if these things happened, then they were not the best manner, okay? So I don't believe that Prophet Muhammad 1400 years ago. When I see Mike, I saw a video 100 years ago in Arabia, how people were living, you know, they are so backward 100 years ago. And imagine 1400 years ago, how backward they were, okay? So when I see such a people, I cannot believe that somebody comes and talks such a beautiful words, okay? Such a beautiful words among such a people, okay? And then he break himself these things. No, absolutely is insane. So these things cannot come up from a liar or a person who is a bad person, okay? Let me see. Let me see. This is Tacos here. We Islam didn't, what does it mean? We Islam didn't really give women much rights, okay? You mean
I think you probably meant to say we know.
Yeah, we know. Okay, perhaps
You might have missed the word no.
Moji, you're missing the thing. We can change minds indirectly. Many of the wisdom teachings are like this. We change minds like this. Okay, listen. Islam didn't give women right. Islam got them right. Okay, so please make sure to understand this. The right was with the pagans. Okay, they were not giving it to the women. So Islam came and got them that much that Islam could 1400 years ago. For example, for inheritance, Islam could get them not 5%, not 10%, 50%, which 100 years ago in Europe, I think in USA as well, Mike, have you read anything? Because I know in Europe, 100 years ago, women didn't have to inherit right to inherit even 1%, nothing. So I don't know how it was in USA. So women didn't have any rights. So Islam got them many places equal rights, absolutely equal rights, okay? In many places. For example, in chapter 49, verse 30, women are equal in the sight of Allah. It says, "O mankind, we created you for men and women, and the best of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous one of you." So a woman can be better than hundreds of millions of men in the sight of Allah. Better, not even equal, better. Okay, it doesn't matter. You are a man or a woman. So in the sight of Allah, we are all equal. Yes, in the sight of people, we are not equal. Okay, people, men see women as weak, stupid, devil, all these things. We want to oppress them. Yes, Mike. And so
No, I mean, I'll agree with Islam was probably more forward looking than many cultures at its time. I think you're pushing things by saying they're given equal rights, because obviously 411, the male should have the portion of two females. The male is given twice as much. I think in England, at least according to an episode of The Rifleman, you probably don't know it, this old black and white movie or a TV series, only the eldest male got anything from the Europeans for the longest time. You know, even a second-born male didn't get anything, didn't get title, didn't get land among the aristocracy and stuff. So and of course, women didn't get anything. But it's interesting. Like Muslims will say, well, the pagans, women had no inheritance rights and whatnot. Yet Khadija was a rich woman who ran a company that she hired Muhammad to, manage her caravans going to Damascus and back to Mecca. So I don't think she built it. I think she inherited from her pagan husband. Now he died without any children, or maybe no brothers, and his father would have been dead probably. So that's how it trickled down to her, but she did inherit something. So to say they had no rights, I think is an extreme.
Right. Yeah, Mike. I understand your point, but listen, I said when there was, for example, parents died and there were boys and girls, in Europe as well. I said 100 years ago, girls didn't get anything. Everything went to the boys, So Khadija's situation, I don't know, but Arab pagans also, they didn't believe that women should inherit, Of course, perhaps she didn't have children or her husband died. Anyway, so that, but in main, main Arabs, they believe that, you know, pagans and everybody, and not only there, in the past, okay, in the past, everywhere, they saw women as, you know, they didn't have any rights to inherit. So, and I said, Islam didn't give them 50% right. I said, Islam got them 50% right, okay? And the thing is that they say as well that men should spend that 50% on his family, okay? But women kept it for themselves, all right? Because men were provider, but women were not provider. So even that 50% stayed with her. But anyway, so I say it was too early, and we shouldn't be so demanding that, oh no, you should give them like 100% right or get them 100% right. Let's, even today, Mike, in Sweden, which is a developed country, women still fighting for equal rights. You know, the same job.
I-
The same job. Yes.
Yeah, I think this is one of the proofs that there is no God. It's to me, it's fantastical that you make the argument that, like with slavery and stuff, and the American South made the argument when, you know, people were abolitionists. It's like, well, we can't just let all these people go. What are they going to do? Right? They can't feed, they can't house themselves. You know, it's for their own good that they're enslaved. Right? You hear this argument from Muslims. I forget what video I was just watching. The guy's like, well, you couldn't just let all these slaves free. What are they going to do? And actually, I don't know if you watch Game of Thrones, there's kind of an episode where she's freeing slaves, and the one slave comes to her and said, you know, I was a teacher in the house I was enslaved to the children. Now I'm begging on the streets. But you claim your God is all powerful. So how is it not possible for your God to take care of the slaves, right? I mean, he fed the Israelites for 40 years while they wandered in the desert with manna, right? Rained bread down on them.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you're making a claim of God who's all powerful, and then the claim is, well, it's socially not possible to have ended slavery at that time. We had to do it gradually. And there's nothing in Islam that says slavery should end, you know. In fact, I forget who it was. It might have been Islam QA al-Mununji or something. One of his posts, he said, it is as haram to make what is halal haram as to make what is haram halal, right? So this is wrong to forbid what is allowed as it is to allow what is forbidden. So he says we should be proud of our slavery. Our slavery is a kind, gentle slavery, you know? And then, of course, we saw what the Islamic State did to the Yazidis. So I maybe it's just me. I'm uber judgmental of God and claims of God and divinity and all power and all knowledge. When your God doesn't even rise to my level of ethics, and I'm apparently an evil atheist who has no morality, I find it risible, as they say online.
All right, but I say, of course, you said many things, but I say God, of course, there were many things that God didn't want to, you know, help us directly. He wanted us to, even in the Quran, say, why you do not fight for men, women, and children who cry out, oh God, save us, help us, send us a savior to save us from this land of oppression. So God asked us to fight. Why he doesn't fight himself? Okay. So these are things that you can ask. The thing is that I understand this, Mike. Okay. And I have said it. He wanted us to develop. Even today we are discussing everything. If diseases didn't exist, Mike, we wouldn't, you know, make medicines. If we could fly, we wouldn't make airplanes. So all these difficulties made us to develop, to think, to try to become more wise and so on. So that's why I believe that God wanted us to, you know, he guide us, but we do the things ourselves. And I have said the guidance, that's why I don't believe in Mahdi, because I say the guidance is there. It is we who must walk out of this jungle ourselves. Okay. So we have to all learn and understand and then walk ourselves. So slavery also, yes, It says in the Quran, of course, I read for you chapter 99, verse 60, that it is an obligation from God to free the slaves. Okay, so people didn't, free them immediately. Of course, I understand, Mike, as well, that it was suddenly to free them was like today. I don't. We know that fossil fuel is harming the planet. Okay, is the global warming and all these things. But can we suddenly tomorrow say all petrol stations will close down, all factories that burn with fossil fuel, close down? No, we cannot. So we have to start slowly bring electric cars, find solar panels, and all these things to reduce what is it? The carbonite, how do you say it? CO2, yeah, to reduce the CO2. All right. So it should be a little bit moderated, yeah, slowly. We cannot suddenly do something. Like, for example, in Iran, when the Ayatollah fascist Khomeini came to power, he closed down every alcohol factories, all alcohol liquor shops and so on, which was wrong. You have to do it slowly because some people were alcoholic. They died because of that. Okay, so you have to do it slowly, even if you are against it. Slowly take care of those who are alcoholics and so on. So things cannot be. Sometimes things cannot. And then God, as I said, God has its own plan as well. Okay, He can fix everything right away, but He wants us to fix it ourselves. Okay, why He didn't send Prophet Muhammad right away? Why He sent other prophets slowly? Because He wanted that the message comes slowly, part by part. For example, Zoroastrian, that prophet, Persian prophet, 5,000 years ago he came. He had just 3 teachings, only 3. And comparing to Quran, which is 6,236 verses, he had just 3 verses. So slowly. Okay, so I know that you want things to be fixed right away. I also want, but the thing is that I see the beauty of this, development slowly. Understand?
Yeah, it's interesting you bring up Zoroastrianism. Didn't the Muslims call them fire worshippers because they had fire temples, and I think they burnt the great libraries of them. And I think, you would know better than I would, but in Iran, aren't they still? They got pushed down to India mostly. I think they call them Parsis down there.
Yeah, I know.
Aren't they mostly still persecuted in Iran? Them in the Baha?
I don't know, but the thing is that they are still there. Okay, they are mostly in a city called Yazd, but I don't know how come those others went. I don't know the reason, because if they were persecuted, then everyone should leave. But the thing is that they still have their temples and everything. They are living there. Okay.
Yeah, I had never heard of them before until I read an article on the BBC about how I guess some pesticides got into the food chain and some cows died, and these vultures ate the cows, and then the vultures are all dying, and the Zoroastrians, I guess, dispose of their dead by putting them up in towers and let the vultures come and eat them. And so nobody's eating the dead bodies, and Delhi was starting to stink. And they had to have a big conference about if they're allowed to burn them or how to get rid of all these dead bodies. But yeah, an interesting religion, considered, I think, by most to be the first monotheistic religion.
Yeah, some people say that. But I like those 3 teachings, of course. Good talks, good thoughts, and good deeds. Okay, and I believe that those 3 teachings helped many things in Persia, that we didn't have slavery like other places, and crucifying and all these things. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Munji.
Yes, thank you.
Get on to other things. Maybe, I don't know, you can talk about what you thought of us bombing Iran. I guess we haven't really backed it up much. I know you thought you were hoping to overthrow the regime with that or something, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. It seemed like
no. Mike, it weakened the regime very much. Okay, regime lost a lot. For example, all these 45 years, Mike, they were saying that Islam, now they start to talk about Iran. They become nationalists suddenly because they realize that they need other things as well to use to stay in power. So they lost everything. In 45 years, they were saying that we are going to destroy Israel, and everybody realized that all this was bullshit. Okay, in 12 days, Israel bombed them, destroyed everything, and they couldn't even respond. They couldn't do anything, just with few missiles. Okay, so anyway, the regime has become, I can say, 100 times weaker than it was. Okay, so it takes a little bit time, but until the West hasn't decided that this regime must go, okay, until they haven't decided, it will be difficult, because when they decide that this regime must go, we need a regime change in Iran, then they will look for an alternative to this regime, okay? And there is no alternative except the organization that I follow. And when they recognize this organization, then we can bring down the regime within a few months. But unfortunately, so far, they don't allow us. They don't allow us to fight the regime. Okay, let me see. Miss K right away has something to say. Iran absolutely did respond. There were numerous videos of impact despite Israel's media. Okay, listen, Miss K. They shot few missiles. They penetrated Israel, okay? But they were not anything significant, okay? Israel for sure had counted on that. Now, Mike, am I right? Mike?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they killed 1,000 Israelis. I mean, obviously
Okay,
they
yeah.
responded, but it's like
Yeah, I mean that.
it's a nothing
that-
burger, as they
Okay,
say.
look, Mike. Israel killed many of Iranian these IRGC leaders, Mike. Okay,
Mhm.
and destroyed their nuclear facilities. They bombed Iranian the IRGC bases. Okay, so compare that one to killing some civilians. Okay, in cities. Yeah, I think Israel said 27 Israelis were killed. Okay, Mike. Let's say even 50. All right. So compare that to hundreds of leaders, military leaders, and military staffs, and nuclear facilities, and Mike, missile launchers. Iranian regime was sending, I think, first days 100 missiles, but later was just 10. For example, to Qatar, they sent 11 missiles or something. Okay, they didn't have any more. So Iranian regime, I mean, Israel attacked and destroyed many things in Iran. So not, I mean, that Iran said, let me see, and we already have reports confirming the nuclear enrichment facilities survived. No, I mean, this is not confirmed. This is confirmed by CNN and such a medias. Okay, but
Yeah.
I'm not saying 100% that it was destroyed 100%, but it has been. How do you say it, Mike? It has been stopped for at least a year, because they were going to build a bomb within weeks, but now they cannot do that for sure.
Sure. Well, and here's the irony about the nuclear facility. The Israelis don't want you to say it's been destroyed. They want to, certainly Netanyahu wants to constantly be able to say, hey, they're weeks from getting a nuke. We got to do something. Anytime he does something, well, we had to stop him. They were weeks from getting a nuke. When Trump said it's obliterated, obviously it wasn't obliterated. We dropped 12 bombs on him. I don't know. I'd never heard of that bunker buster that we had, the GBU 57 or something. But we only had 20 of them.
Okay.
They only made 20 of them. I think we dropped 14. I think we did it mostly to test them. But anyways, if we set them back a week, we set them back a year. The Israelis want to still have the card to play of the Iranians are looking to get a nuke. We got to do something. We can't let them do it. You know, that's a big thing. Even the conservatives in America constantly like, we can't let Iran get a nuke. We can't let Iran get a nuke. So to say we obliterated their program is kind of self-defeating, and or at least we burn that card in our deck, that we can't just say, yeah, they're right there. They're close to getting a nuke. So I think we're walking at a line here between it was totally successful, we obliterated it, or, you know, hey, we set them back a couple months, you know. But the Israelis have bombed, well, I mean, they bombed Iraq back in the 80s when they had a nuclear program and pretty much obliterated it. I don't know if you've ever heard of the super cannon. I think it was a Canadian guy. He was making this huge cannon, had like 200-foot barrel or something, and it would just shoot projectiles. But from Baghdad, they could reach, you know, Jerusalem or Tel Aviv was his plan. Mossad went in and killed him. And, you know, the program was wiped out. So like you said, I mean, they've wiped out a lot of top-notch guys in the regime there. And, you know, you cut the head off a snake, sometimes it grows two heads, sometimes it doesn't. You know, who wants to step up in that position? Especially, wasn't there one assassination where they had a remote-controlled gun that, like, shot the guy in his house? So, I mean, Mossad has assets on the ground in Tehran, in Iran. And, you know, that whole pager thing, it's like, those guys are sneaky, man. You got to watch out. They can reach you anywhere.
Yes, these bombs, they're dangerous. I don't know why they're allowed to have them, any of those countries. Yes, because it's too dangerous. The impact would be disastrous. And we've seen, yes, the consequences on these in these countries and the damage it causes. So, yes,
You're talking about
I don't
nuclear
agree
bombs?
with that. Yes, bombs in general, yes, nuclear too, especially because, yes, they're too bad.
Yeah, well, that's what the NTP tried to do, was put the genie back in the bottle, as they said, try to control nuclear proliferation. But it's obviously failed. The North Koreans have since gotten them. Obviously, Israel, India, and Pakistan didn't sign on to the NPT. And of course, you already had the established nuclear powers, US, Russia, China, France, and England, I think, were established nuclear powers after World War II. So, yeah, I mean, we got a clock here in America about, you know, the end of the world. And when it's near midnight, you know, we think there's going to be a nuclear holocaust. Obviously, we had the 1961 Cuban Missile Crisis, where Russians put nukes down in Cuba, which are only 90 miles from us here in Florida. So that was a big scare. But luckily, since World War II, none have been used. And hopefully that'll hold for our lifetimes at least, or forever. But you never know. The Russians might get desperate in this war in Ukraine and try to use a small tactical nuke.
Mike, I don't believe that it will ever be used because, as I have said it before, I believe that there is a promise in the Quran that finally my righteous people will rule and inherit the planet. So we have to pass that line before the end will come, okay? And it's not going to be, if there will be nuclear war, then you know that the world will almost end, okay? So it shouldn't be like this.
It's never hit me, but maybe Gog and Magog are nukes.
No, I mean, as I said, there is a promise that has to become reality, okay? It has to be complete before anything happens. So we have to live in that peaceful, loving world, okay? For how many years, I don't know, but it has to happen. Otherwise, God's promise was, you know, no, without, how do you say it? False promise, okay? Yeah,
it's truth. It's the truth. The promise of God is always the truth.
It has to happen. Yes. Say it. You want to say
it will
something?
happen. And brother.
Yeah, please.
Yes. Mike told me about. Sorry, brother Syed. would you like to go first?
Yeah,
And then I
yeah.
can go after you,
I think
Wales.
I think Iran is a winner in this because America was threatening to regime change, but they're scared. They don't want to go and fight all
No,
over again.
Sayed.
Afghanistan, they don't
Let
want
me
to
tell
do
you.
that.
No,
It's-
let me tell you. Say it. Even Trump said we don't want regime change because it will be chaos. They have never wanted. First of all, it will not be like that. But they have never wanted regime change. If they wanted regime change, say it, and then they would support my organization, which is the biggest, opposition to this group. So if you want regime change, Mike, what do you think yourself? You have to go and support the opposition.
Yeah.
So-
Because
so-
look, they tried many regime change, Saddam Hussein, Afghanistan. They tried. The people die, American die. Because now they are scared of going to regime
No.
change.
Sayed,
They will
Sayed.
never go against regime change. Okay.
No, listen, Sayed.
No.
Wait. Let me tell you this. They don't need to put a soldier on the ground. They don't need to shoot a single bullet, okay? Because 90% of Iranian people hate this regime, okay? The only thing they need to do, Sayed, wait. The only thing they need to do is to support the opposition and let them to finish the job, okay?
No,
And we
how
know-
you gonna how they're gonna support?
how they're going to support. Okay, I have said it before. They in 2003 when they attacked Iraq. Our army was there. We were armed. We had a great army. They bombed us. They took our weapons, and they signed, an agreement that we don't destroy you, but you have to promise that you do not fight Iranian regime with weapons. Okay, so the only support we want from them is to recognize us as the legitimate alternative to this regime, and they tear that agreement so that we can fight the regime. We can bring.
But you
kill
are
the-
fighting. You are fighting from beginning. You are fighting with the regime, Iranian regime. So you lost it.
No. Sayed,
You lost it.
Sayed.
You communist and all those. They
No,
lost.
Sayed, please. Okay, we never lost. Okay, a fight. What is it? Domestic fight or a revolution against the Iranian regime has never stopped. It has been all the time uprising in Iran. You know that those uprising. Okay, so the only thing that
Before beginning when Iranian revolution, Islamic revolution, you were fighting against the Islamic revolution.
First of all, Sayed, wait. When you say Islamic revolution, okay, so you believe that this regime is Islamic?
No. I don't believe any regime is Islamic.
So
Okay.
you said Islamic revolution.
No,
that
but that's what they said. They are
No,
Islamic.
yeah, listen.
Okay. So
No,
I'm
okay,
saying
okay,
you
yeah,
fought
wait.
with them. You fought
Okay,
with
look.
them with the beginning, right?
No, wait. We fought against the regime in Iran. Don't bring Islam in this, okay?
No, I'm not saying they call themselves Islamic
Yeah,
Republic.
doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter.
So that's what I'm using. I don't
Sayed.
recognize any Islamic.
Sayed. North Korea call itself Democratic Republic of North Korea. Okay, do you
But
call
you
it
call
democratic?
you call them Islamic regime. You
Who
call them
called
Islamic
them?
regime. So I
Who
call
called?
also Islamic
No,
regime.
Sayed,
So why
Sayed.
you have problem with me?
Sayed, I never called them Islamic regime. Okay? Never. You never hear from me to call them Islamic regime. I always say Iranian regime. Okay? Never have said Islamic regime. And I said North Korea call itself. Mike, do you call North Korea regime democratic regime? The Democratic Republic of North Korea. No one called them
Sure.
that. Okay?
It's funny. My nephew just graduated with a degree in history. Says anytime they call themselves a republic, they're a dictatorship. And if they throw the People's Republic in there, it's even worse, right? China is the People's Republic of China. North Korea is the People's Republic of North Korea.
No, not only that, Mike. Democratic Republic of North Korea. It is called Democratic Republic of North Korea. So see how trash is it. So if they call themselves that, Sayed, we don't have to call it. Okay, so I never called them
No, look,
Islamic regime.
I
So,
don't believe Iranian regime is good. Okay,
so it is not. So don't call it. So say we were fighting Iranian regime from beginning. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait. So where we had Iranian regime we didn't lost because Iranian regime had almost 90%, Mike, had almost 90% support. Now it has less than 10% support, and even those 10% are because of money. Okay. So who has lost? We or the regime, because we are now in the strongest position, okay, in these all 45 years, and regime and all politicians says the Iranian regime is in the weakest position. They lost Hezbollah, they lost Hamas, they lost Syria. Okay, you know how long they were fighting, Mike. They were saying that if we don't fight in Syria, then we have to fight in Tehran. They lost even Syria. They lost now Yemen. Okay, Yemen is now, Houthis are very weak also. So they have lost everything.
Yeah.
And inside
Here's
Iran,
the thing: you can't underestimate the ability of the people in power to stay in power. I mean, you know, we've been embargoing Cuba since the 50s when Castro took over. Then when the Soviet Union fell in '89, people said, well, they can't last any longer without the support of the Russians. You know, Fidel died. They said, well, that's the cult of personality. He died, like Khomeini died. You know, what is it? Ralph or something, his brother has gotten in. They're still entrenched. They still somehow managed to do it. I don't know. I was just talking to my cousin about Venezuela the other day. One of the richest South American countries in the 80s. Somehow Chavez gets in there as a socialist. Talks about the Bolivian Revolution. He dies. You think that's dying with him? No, the next guy, Morano or whatever his name is he's still going on. It's so bizarre that people can be so poor, like North Korea. I mean, look at Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-il, the great father, the great leader, the dear father. Now it's down to the grandson. You know, they have a drought. They're all eating grass. They can barely feed themselves, even in good times. And when things go bad, a bunch of them die. Yet they somehow don't rise up and put us and squash these guys. I mean, obviously you're trying to do it, but you're in Sweden, and you know. So I'm just saying, don't underestimate these guys' ability to hang on to power.
All right, now I have to tell you, Mike. Okay, in Cuba, you don't have a single opposition group. In North Korea, you don't have a single opposition group and leader. But in Iran, we have a great opposition group. Okay, that daily inside Iran, they are, you know, doing a lot of activities. Okay, the only thing is, Mike, we want them to allow us to shoot the mullahs. Okay, this is the only one they don't allow us. If we do that, I know that if you don't know my country's history, Mike, when it was in what was it, 1997? Okay, 1997, when and there was a what is it, president. His name was Khatami. When he came to power, my organization at that time was in Iraq. They could go inside and do, you know, attack the regime. So they killed one of the greatest butchers in Iran called Lajawardi. They killed the head of the Iranian military, and they were, you know, throwing grenades on different bases in Iran. 6 days, Mike. 6 days. The what is it? Students and people came out on the street. There were more than 100,000 people, and they were shaking the regime. And even the Khatami, so who was promising reform, he backed up because the leader said, "Didn't I tell you? Do not talk about reform. This is what will happen." So we have a great what is it? Opposition, Mike, in Iran that can bring down the regime, but those countries that you said, Cuba, North Korea, they don't have a single opposition. Okay, so this is the difference between Iran and those countries, is this, that we 90% of Iranian people are hate this regime, and we have a great organization that can lead them, well organized. I can play for you Mike Pence, where he's talking in our summit, says well organized, democratic organization. Those who say this regime doesn't have alternative, they are wrong, because we have a great alternative to this regime, and they have been supporting majority of European parliamentarian, U.S. senators. Okay, even this foreign minister, U.S. foreign minister, what is his name now? Rubio. Okay, Marco Rubio. He was one of our supporters also. Okay, and he sent a message in one of our summits. Okay, so they know that this organization exists. The only thing is that they have to change their these Western countries. They have to change their their policy and accept regime change in Iran. For example, European countries still don't want the regime gone. They should bring this what is called snapshot, or this UN what is it, sanctions. Okay, they were promising Tuesday. They postponed it, and now they are trying to. They have said that until end of August, and now they are trying to, because that agreement will finish end of October, I think. Now they want to expand that one, postpone that one. Okay, so that they don't trigger that called snapshot, or what is it? Because that would bring for sure down the regime. It is United Nations. When the Obama, he signed that agreement, Obama and Trump tiered it. You remember that? Okay, that agreement, GOSC or something it's called. So they don't want to bring this sanction back on Iran, because they know the regime will fall. So when they decide that the regime must go, then you will see, Sayed and Mike, you will see how fast the regime will fall. All right?
All right. Well, good luck to you.
All right,
again, I'll believe it when I see it. Rubio's a Cuban, so he should know about these things. He's a Floridian. He used to be one of our senators. But
Rubio is Cuban?
Rubio? Yeah. Mark Rubio.
I didn't know.
Marco Rubio.
Yes, I didn't know he's Cuban.
Yeah, his grandfather, the liberals are throwing this back in all the time now, that his grandfather came in the country illegally. Mm-hmm. So now that the Trump administration is trying to deport all the illegals, they're like, well, what about Rubio's grandfather? He would have been deported, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, he's Cuban.
All right. Okay. Thank you for this.
We got a lot of Cubans here in Florida.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yes,
so
indeed.
I would like to say something. Yeah.
Yes. It was about the Kharijites, the Khawarij, right?
Yes,
and they were basically they were making a lot of videos against Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia hosted a concert last year with this actress, and they were basically dancing. And what do you believe about these things? Because they don't allow dancing, I believe the Kharijites don't like this, so they said that Saudi Arabia is becoming evil according to them. But I'm not a Kharijite, so I don't believe in.
I know, but the thing is that, okay, if something is wrong, you cannot forbid it. Okay, you have to inform people. Okay, so I don't like myself the way these people on the stage, these women, they show their sex. You want to sing. That's nice, but don't just. Because for me, they make women as sex objects. Okay, that's not nice. Okay, so men. I mean, I like that more modesty for men and women. You want to perform something for people, do it, but you cannot enforce it. Okay, so if people want to see such a things, then you just can, tell them. I disagree with that, okay? But if you want to do that, that's up to you. You cannot force people for, your belief. Understand?
There shall be no compulsion in religion.
Yes. You cannot force them that say, no, I don't like it, so you cannot watch it. So I just say that I don't like it, because they use women as, soft sex object. They make women as sex object, not a human being. And even they want to sell their cars, they bring women with bikinis to sell their cars. Okay, what it has to do with selling your cars.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I don't believe in, yes, this, I don't know, because we don't have this, it's like, yes, this music with the loud, I don't like this either, because, not because I don't really care, but it's loud music. It's too loud, brother. And it's not very good, the lyrics. It's just a bunch of nonsense, in my opinion. I like classical music better, and soft music,
Yes,
relaxing.
I like myself, yes, soft music, beautiful music, yeah. But this, you know, the way they perform it also, I don't like many performance, okay. But yeah, that's up to education.
Exactly. But these people, yes, they're against also, yes, they're these scholars who say that if you wish somebody a happy holiday, for example, on December 25th, October 31st, it's worse than murder, rape, and
Ah.
all the sins, according to them.
Yeah, yeah.
On December 25th, for example, or January the 1st, they say
Yeah,
that, yes, these things.
Yeah, they are crazy people. I mean, to make people happy is a beautiful act. Okay. And for example, when I
Yes.
say, when my Martin calls and I say Salam Mashi, as long as he's happy, it's a great thing. Okay.
Because yes, a lot of these countries like Saudi Arabia, they've become more secular, westernized in a way. They have the holidays. I don't know if they have all of them, but they have Halloween. They have I don't know about the others, but and the Kyrgyz are so angry, and they keep saying Saudi Arabia is the land of disbelief, the land of, you know what that reminds me of, Brother Muji, ISIS. It is ISIS, because Kyrgyz do the same. And Abu Bakr Baghdadi, he said the same thing, I believe, that basically they wanted to invade Muslim countries because, in their opinions, all the Muslims are bastards.
I mean, they want to put every woman in burqa, you know, this niqab. They want to, yeah, they want to bring that dark ideology and enforce it to everybody.
Yes,
Okay.
but it's the ideology that they have. It's more than, yes, the organization, because even Muslim Lantern and Farouk, on every single one of their videos, they blur out the women completely. And they, so,
Because
but it's okay for them to speak with them.
yeah, their mind is dirty. They think that, I mean, everybody think like they do. They see them as sex object, and they think that if I see her, then I'm thinking something stupid, you know, something wrong. Excuse me, don't think like that. I am capable of, you know, I'm seeing them every day on the street. Understand?
Yeah,
Yes,
what do you guys, did you ever watch Daniel Hikaju, the Muslim skeptic? Where
yes.
it's like he takes a Sharpie on some pictures and like blocks their face out. It, I don't know, it reminds me of like a ex-boyfriend like cutting the girlfriend's face out of her picture or something. It looks just weirdly violent in a strange kind of.
Yes.
He's
It's
so
disturbing.
No, he's so stupid that
It's disturbing.
There was a hijabi girl, Mike, hijabi Muslim girl or woman had a debate with him, and he even blurred her face, despite she had headscarf. So you
Yes,
don't have
I
to
remember
see even her
that.
face. You don't have to see even her face.
The feminist hijabi.
I mean, she was
like an Indian, I think, maybe, or
I think
Pakistani.
yeah. She's Pakistani. I think, yeah.
Yes, she had a headscarf, but her face was uncovered. So he blurred out her face. Because they believe that even the face, it's there are two opinions from the scholars that the face is also a private part, so it has to be covered. Yes, that's what they say. they believe that yes, it's a private part. The whole body of a woman is a private
It's a
part,
private
which
part,
should
yeah.
be yes censored.
Right.
That's what they say. I'm just a messenger.
Yeah, I know.
There,
They know
there
that.
was one Saudi scholar who talked about the niqab, that even the eyes were too much, that you should at least like cover one eye.
They do that.
Oh,
No,
yes,
no.
yes,
No,
yes.
Mike.
I mean,
They
obviously
cover
the
both.
burqa, they have the net thing.
No,
in
they have
front.
that net. They cover both eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, the
This
niqab
guy
also.
was
they
like,
have.
well, two eyes can be seductive, so maybe
yeah.
cover one eye, like wear an eye patch with your
Okay.
niqab on, and so you can.
No,
I
I mean,
don't think
that's
that's
right.
good for your binocular vision to be walking around with one eye covered all the time.
yeah,
But anyway.
these people, they can vision dirty things, even if she's totally covered. You know, they can think about stupid things, even if she's totally covered. Unfortunately.
Yes, they have dirty minds and they can do that too. And ISIS, when ISIS was in power, they they also did this. They had the mandatory full face veil burqa.
Yeah,
ISIS, yes.
of course. All right, guys, any other topic or shall we wrap it up?
Yes, maybe yes, I would like to continue a little bit on the. So yes, we have all these extremists, and you know, there's this ideology that you said it yourself, Brother Muji, that ISIS is not it's not like a club; it's an ideology, right? And
Mhm.
right now, I don't know if you've seen, but apparently there might be a re-emergence of ISIS in Syria, given the current condition of the country.
Mhm. Okay.
But I remember you said that it was Iran who that was that helped ISIS, or I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Brother Muji.
Yeah.
How
I mean,
did they?
look, it was Iranian regime and Assad. Actually, Qasem Soleimani brought 2,000 jihadis with the buses from Baghdad. You know that al-Baghdadi himself was in jail in Baghdad, you know?
Yes, yes.
So they brought them to Syria and gave them everything by the help of Syrian government. And this ISIS, they never attacked Syrian army. They were mostly attacking the opposition. All right, and they were told to commit all crimes, shoot it and show it, you know, film it and show it to the world, so that to scare the world that if Assad goes, they will take the power. Okay, so that they can, you know, somehow scare people on the world that Assad has to stay in power. Okay, so that was their strategy, and even Russia went to Syria playing that card that okay, we are going to Syria, we are going to fight ISIS, but they didn't do fight ISIS at all. Okay, they were fighting Syrian Free Army. All right, and now I know this guy was one of not ISIS, they were Tahrir al-Sham called, and but he says that he's changed. Okay, and for example, even USA removed all sanctions. Saudi Arabia is supporting him. You know that?
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah, Saudi
I've
Arabia
seen
is
this.
supporting. Yes, and he was in Saudi Arabia meeting with Donald Trump, this president. Okay, let's say he's president. Salam alaikum, my brother, Mr. Tree. Okay. Peace to you, Sumaji, and your family. Thank you to you, my brother. Okay. So anyway, yeah, let me see.
Yes.
Syrian president.
ISIS so horrible. Yes, and
Yeah. So,
yes.
so anyway, now there are some conflicts, and I'm not so sure from where, but Iranian regime tries very much, okay, to how do you say it, instabilize. No, let me see. What was the word? Unstable the situation. Okay, unstable the situation so that they can somehow bring back Assad again. And they have said it openly, okay?
Yes, yes, exactly. But yes, so yes, it's
Destabilize, yeah.
very
Destabilize, yeah, destabilize.
yes,
Thank you, Mike.
destabilize, right?
Mhm.
Exactly, because but what motivated them? These ISIS, you know, is this the ideology?
No.
Because
They look. This Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, they were a bunch of mafia, like Iranian regime as well. They use things and to just sorry, they abuse religion, okay, for their goal. All right, but and they all those, for example, they were massacring prisoners of war. You remember those videos? Yeah.
yes, yes,
So
it's
what Prophet
horrible.
Muhammad, yes, what Prophet Muhammad say about prisoners of war? You cannot kill prisoners of war. What the Quran says, release them or
Yes,
ransom them. Okay, so these people, they absolutely don't follow the scripture. They just want their goal, the political goal. All right, which was in case of ISIS in Syria was uh, to make the West afraid that if Assad goes, they will take the power, and all was dictated by Iran to them, that they should even film it and show it to the world.
So,
Right?
hey Munji, can I ask real quick? You said the Quran says you can't kill prisoners of war.
Yeah.
Can you give me that, Hayat? Because all the fiqh I hear is the Khalifa can kill them, ransom them, or enslave them, or set them free if he likes. It's all up to the leader.
Okay, so let me see. Quran says, chapter 76, verse 8 and 9. They give food for the love of him to the needy, the orphan, and the war prisoners. We feed you only for the sake of Allah. We do not want any reward from you nor any thanks. Chapter 47, verse 4. So when you meet the kuffar, strike their necks until when you have inflicted slaughter upon them. Then secure their bonds and either confer favor afterwards or ransom them until the war lays down its burden. Chapter 8, verse 70. O Muhammad, say to the captives in your hands, if Allah finds any goodness in your heart, He will give you that which is better than what has been taken away from you, and He will forgive you. Allah is ever forgiving, most merciful. So there is no verse in the Quran except mercy, okay, except giving them food, except ransom, or either freedom or ransom. How do you say ransoming them? Ransom them. Yes.
Right.
So
You sell them
yes.
back to their people.
And then the commands of Prophet Muhammad about war also is there, that one of them is do not kill prisoners of war, okay? And even don't kill those who are running away. Don't disfigure the dead, okay? Don't kill a child, don't kill old people, don't kill those who surrendered, don't kill who run away, yes, which I said, don't kill women, and so on, okay? Don't kill a monk or a priest, all right? Be good to the prisoners and feed them, all right? One of them is don't enforce Islam. This is, these commands, you can search it. These are the commands.
Well, again, I guess your fiqh is out of line with everything I've ever come across from most of the Muslims.
Okay.
I guess what was it, the Banu Nadar after the Battle of Trench, when Muhammad ordered 500 of them beheaded, or 600 to 900. He killed most of the men in the tribe. People would say that shows that the caliph gets to decide. I just posted in the chat there.
Okay.
I Googled it real quick. It says one traditional view upheld by the Hanafi, which I think is the most liberal school of Islamic jurisprudence, considers the execution of prisoners of war strictly forbidden. So maybe you're a Hanafi guy. However, other schools of thought, including the Maliki, Shafi'i, Hanbali, and Ja'afi, which is the Shia school, right, hold the opinion that adult male prisoners of war may be executed, with the decision resting with the Muslim leader.
Okay.
And that's what I've always. The caliph gets to say, off with their heads, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Okay, Mike. Then all these commands were trash, yeah. Which I
none of them said don't kill them. Obviously, if you're going to keep them to ransom them, right? If you're going to keep them to ransom them, you feed them and treat them pretty well. That's great. Sounds good. If you're going to enslave them, right? Abu Barak ate the same food, wore the same clothes as the slaves. Again, a step up from most of slavery, certainly from the Greek and the Roman times and transatlantic slavery, but still doesn't rise to my level of morality, which would be, you can't enslave prisoners of war.
No. It says there is no any enslaving. It said be good to the prisoners and feed them. For example, one of the commands, and do not kill those who surrender. Okay, so these are the commands. So we cannot say, we don't follow these commands. We follow Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, okay, because he's the caliph and he decides. So this is ridiculous that Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi goes against, let's say he's the caliph, or Ayatollah Fascist Khomeini. So he goes against these commands of the Prophet and the Quran. Feed them, feed them and say, we don't need your tanks, okay? Or you either ransom them or free them just, okay? And then the ransom in the Battle of Badr, Prophet Muhammad said, any prisoners of war teach 10 Muslim reading and writing will go free. All right. So, Mike, thank you for being here. I think we have to wrap it up now. We have been almost 3 hours. Okay.
Yep. You have a good one.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Just literally popped in my head. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Watch the movie The Outlaw Josie Wales.
Okay.
And you only have to watch the beginning, but it's where the Confederates surrender to the Union. And it's actually an ambush, and they shoot all the prisoners. And the one guy says, General, you told me these people would be treated well. And he said they were treated well. We fed them well. We took care of them. And then we executed them well. So just a thought.
Was it that movie, you mean, is Islamic or what?
No, it's a Clint Eastwood movie. It's a great movie. The Outlaw Josie Wales. If you've never seen it, it's a great one. You gotta watch The Outlaw Josie Wales.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. See you.
Take care. Assalamu alaikum. Take care. God bless you all. Before we go. Thank you for being here, everybody. See you next week. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.